but I declined because I'm busy. So I just want to say it. See, let me just summarize it, okay? What was in that letter? I just want to give the brief summary. I'm not, saying a summary and what the press release meant, what it meant. So they said Wunmi should take that body to the morgue. That she should take the body to the morgue. Okay, if in that way that Wunmi was in Mohbad to the morgue, won't she be giving a doctor's report? She's giving a doctor's report so that she can deposit the body in the morgue, but she refused. Now, what my sis said, what do you want Baba Mohbad to do? Do you want Baba Mohbad to take the body to his house? That Baba had to bury that boy because there was no there was no what's it called? There was no doctor's report, there was no police report for Baba Mohbad to so that Baba Mohbad deposit the body in the morgue. And my sis concluded that. So, do you now want Baba Mohbad to take that body to his house to do what? Sense. So he said that. But you are against that when the police report. So what do you now expect that mark with that body? Mohbad slept outside of that hospital. So what do you now want Baba Mohbad to do? See, this is common sense. Like my C have said, my C, God bless you for this statement. May God bless you.
Let's correct it.
What do you want this man to do? To take the body to his house or to do what? So that was the reason I came up.
Okay, Comfy, thank you. The majority of what you said. You see, I think we got a little bit of what you said, and what seemed like common sense to you actually sounds a bit stupid to us, a bit senseless to us. But let me quickly indulge you a bit. So now you said that the hospital told Wunmi to take the body to the morgue. There is no statement anywhere that they wrote that Perez Hospital, we told Mohbad's wife. No. There's nothing like that in any statement that was released. They said they told the family, the people who brought him. So don't make it about Wunmi. And I think that's the problem that we have, is the fact that every conversation around what by this guy, you people are making it Wunmi, and that's where the issue is. Again, I am telling you that there's no way that we will not have a bigger issue if that body was taken to the mortuary that night. And okay, yeah, I hear you. The man needed, medical certificates to be able to deposit the body in the morgue and all of that. I hear that. However, that death certificate that you need to deposit this body in the morgue could have also been gotten. Something, a report, a police report could have been okay. However, you took the body from all the police jurisdiction within the area where this guy lives. You took the body away and you took it all the way to another place. You were refused a police report there and you were told to take the body back. You were told to take the body back. You guys, let's talk as if let's actually talk and reason like people who can comprehend or who understand or you get it. It doesn't have to be only the police, only the hospital that can give you a report to enable you deposit a body in the morgue. So it doesn't have to be the hospital alone. You can actually go to a police station and go and make a report to say, this is what has happened to this person. This person was taken to the hospital. The hospital said this. So no, I disagree with you with saying, Sheko Belasile, should he take the body home? Should he go and sleep with the body? I disagree with that. And I am of the opinion that if that body had been taken from the hospital to the morgue, we'll have a bigger issue. It would then become a case of, oh, something happened, they're trying to hide something, they're trying to cover up something. Why did they take the body? Why didn't they wait for the father? Why didn't they consult the father? Why didn't they this? Which family member? Which this? Again, these are young people that were with him at the time. His father wasn't there, his mother wasn't there, his older sister wasn't there. There was no able, responsible family member that was there at the time. So I think it would have been very wrong for them to make the decision to go and deposit the body in the morgue and then come back to the father and say, actually, sir, we'll be dealing with a much bigger issue. It will become a case of, oh, they fired the guy, they wanted to conceal it, and then they went to deposit his body in the freezer. That is my opinion. So I'm happy for others to share theirs.
Hey, my sis-in-laws. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, sis-in-laws.
Did you see all your loads that are packed outside?
No, leave me. Mo kó mo fi ń bolẹ̀ lé mi lọ, mo kó wá tọ̀ ní mo ti ibùjókòó ayọ̀ ni mo ní. Mo kó àti tòjé bo ló ṣàlọ́wọ́.
Wá pẹ̀lú tó máa kọ báyìí ó ti dá.
How are you all? Good morning, everybody. Host, I greet you, my sis, and the rest of the panelists. Greetings, good morning. First of all, Abefe, I'm going to disagree with you, but before I even disagree with you, to me, number one, on that issue, to be honest with you, I think is actually a system failure.
But see, Josh, ẹ ti keep àdín ni.
Àgùntàn ṣọ́lò funfun lẹ́yẹ iṣu. Fàjímì tó ṣùọ́ ṣe wà. Chairman, Comrade King White. Ṣé wà pa ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́ sà? Akú fàájì, akú gbogbo ẹ̀ mo máa ń rí yín o, tí bá ti wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ báyìí yẹn ilẹ̀ máa gbé mi kiri ni pẹ̀lú réǹjì yín yẹn.
Kò sí wàhálà.
Ó tún wọ́n mi yéye. You are blessed, sir. You are blessed.
Amen.
Yeah, so I disagree with you. First of all, I think it's a system failure. I mean, I did not even know that hospitals in Nigeria, they don't have morgue. Unlike here in the States, they don't give you the body and say, hey, go and deposit somewhere. Unless if maybe you are an hospice patient that has been at home and they're expecting the death. And when they call the ambulance will come pick you up and take you to the nearest hospital where you will be certified and then deposited in the morgue. So to me, I was actually shocked that the hospital will give the family a dead body to drive to the nearest morgue. You know, what if they can't even afford the ambulance to go? But that to me is number one is system failure. You know, the Department of Health, the WHO, you know, the World Health Organization really needs to look into that. I don't think it's been a problem, but I think this is the time and the age where that has to be eradicated, where family will have to be told to take the body of their loved one to go and deposit in the morgue. Having said that, I think if we can listen to the police reports, they were told to go and deposit the body in the morgue by the first and the second hospital. I think after the first hospital, which was Coramed, they were in shock. When they were in shock, and then I think that was when Wumi said they had to call Darosha, and Darosha said maybe they should go for a second opinion, and they went to Perez, and Perez confirmed the same thing, and they were advised by professionals, health professionals, practitioners, to go and deposit the body in the morgue. And to me, my own opinion is, yes, we can say they are Gen Z, they are young adults and stuff like that. But when professionals now give professional advice and told them, go and do this, you will expect them to do exactly what professionals, since that is their areas of expertise, and none of those kids knows any better. To me, I would think the right thing to be done will be to follow the instructions of the professional if they were not trying to hide anything or conceal anything. Number one, and they all can stay there, call Papa Mohbad or call the parents or call more adults and tell them, this is what happened, this is what they said we should do, this is what we have done. Till Ebamo, everybody will go to the morgue and see the boy and stuff like that. To me, that is number one thing. I will expect, since they don't know any better and they have professionals, if your lawyer say do this, that's exactly what you're going to do. These are the things you need to do to win your case. That's what you will do. If your doctor say do this, that's what you will do. If your accountant say do this, file this, that's what you will do. Because we all have our areas of expertise. That's number one. And I agree. From my own culture, when okay, hold on. From my own culture and from my own belief and from my own culture, my culture being Western world, I agree. Wunmi is the next of kin. Wunmi is supposed to inherit her husband property. I cannot imagine myself, God forbid anything happen to my husband, then my in-laws, you and Abefe will now come in and say you want to collect my jacuzzi. You understand? The same way I will accord her those property is the same way I will accord her the responsibility and the care of duty. She cannot shift the care of duty to her parents or to her in-laws rather, but when it comes to property, she cannot but when it comes to property, no, she's like, it's my husband, the husband of my youth. No, you can't eat your cake and have it. If she wants to be a wife, she will be a wife from start to finish. And I believe, I stand to be corrected, I believe when you say your next of kin in Nigeria, family, you will be the one to sign consents. For example, if you're going for a C-section, if I'm going for a C-section, they will call my husband. They won't call my parents. Because it is assumed, unless otherwise stated, it is assumed that my next of kin, because you, your spouse, and your children, you become a nuclear family, and your aunties, uncles, parents become extended family. That is how it is assumed, and that is the position of the law, where the law works. That is the position of the law. So if I'm having a C-section, they will ask my husband. They will not ask my mom. They will not ask my dad because they are extended family. And that is why I agree Wunmi should, under normal circumstances, Wunmi should inherit her husband. Let's say 70 and 60 and things like this happens. Yes, the wife should inherits the properties. Same way, I think Wunmi is liable for the death of her husband because she's the wife. The same way, I'm not gonna do, she's the wife, she needs to get the property, but the family is gonna be roku. No, that is the reason why I am holding Wunmi responsible. And that is my rationale. And this is the position of the law. Now, Wunmi claimed...
Hold on. Hey, where are you taking us? I think you... So, I don't know if you're aware, but what we're talking about right now is my C's update. We're analyzing it paragraph by paragraph. But you are taking...
So.
No.
I've been with the bad guinea.
You are like...
Botija is right.
You're taking
Botija
us.
is right. She's still in the
Can you
line
please
of.
hold on? Can you please hold on? Please, please hold on a sec. So yes, I've not said she's wrong. That's like again, that is how she feels.
ṣé mo gbé gbági ni ṣé mo off topic ni
No.
ṣé à ń sọ̀rọ̀ 1 minute man ni
No, you are.
No.
are we talking about the 1 minute man.
No. So you're not off topic, but I feel like you are. Like,
Mama, we are talking about my C
you are
update
saying the same
against
thing
Adura.
that we all already.
Oh my God.
Body go tell you. So wọ́n tún ti fẹ́ pa ọmọ yín mi.
Irọ́ ànígbà o.
Ìyẹn ni kẹ́ bá a sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí báyìí.
Ànígbà o.
We are talking about.
Ọmọ mi làdúrà ànígbà o ànígbà o.
We are talking about my C and we're analyzing his update. But whatever, everything you said is still within the conversation. Okay, but I feel that you're taking your analysis deep. Your analysis, the things you said.
I'm taking it deep. Critical thinkers.
Like everything that you're saying now, there are things that you said before. You're literally just reiterating everything that you said, and we will get there. But let's take it step by step. So yes, I understand you saying that this is a medical advice. They should have done it according to how they were advised by the medical team, who are the ones who are professionals when it comes to this, when it comes to that. Supreme, between us, we know that if they had gone there, because if you're talking about it being a medical advice and believing so much in, and accepting medical advice and all of that, then I don't think you guys should have gone and made extra payments for another toxicology and autopsy.
Say that again one more time. I didn't understand you.
Okay, I'll rephrase. So what I'm saying is, if you think that, they should have gone with the medical advice, which was take this body to a government hospital and go and put this body in a morgue. You said, these are the professionals. These are the people who know what they know. These are the people who can offer you like correct advice and give you good advice on what to do with the body. Rather than taking it home, why didn't you go with the advice, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you that the only reason that not going with that advice would have made sense, aside from the fact that, yes, they were all young, they all panicked, they were all unsure, they were all scared, they were in denial of the fact that this guy had already passed away. If they had done it the way the doctor said, we will have a bigger issue, because currently right now, a toxicology and autopsy was carried out by professionals.
No. Maybe you are not aware. Maybe no. You are wrong. You are wrong, because if they had taken the body
and the autopsy,
if they had taken the body, hold on, Abefe.
No, Supreme, hold on. If medical professionals who are able to carry out autopsy and toxicology, people who are professionals in this field, have done a toxicology and autopsy, they've given you a result, and everybody.
No, Abefe, you are wrong. Let me correct you on that. You are wrong. You are completely wrong. You see, you take everybody.
Supreme, let me finish.
Supreme, sorry, let me interject. You see, if we have opinion is an opinion,
No, the opinion, there are some things, hold on, there are some things that is opinion. There are some things that are scientifically based.
One is wrong, unless otherwise proven.
No, there are some things that are opinion. There are some things that are
hold on
facts.
now. I hear you. Yes, are facts. Hold on. Let me talk. Let me finish. Now, if you people are saying that, yes, if they are taking the body to the morgue, then the toxicology and autopsy result would have been accurate, would have gotten good answers. So why are you people doing the toxicology and autopsy again? If you feel like the body being buried is one of the reasons you got.
Hold on 1 second, Abefe. Hold on. You are mixing too many things in the pot at the time. At the same time. What you are saying? Hold on. What you are saying is you are shifting. What we are saying is, why did they take the body home? That is what you're saying. So Wumi is wrong. Wumi is wrong to have gone against professional advice.
No, she's not.
Okay. She is wrong because, like you said, like we all agree here, they are in their 20s. They do not know any better. So they should have. They should have.
No. If we're looking at it as we should, say we are Africans, we are Nigerians with our own Nigerian mentality. we're looking at a picture of a young man has passed away. The family, with the mother, the father, they've not, none of them, yes, Baba Atiya, but however, we know, whoever, this family member, they know the father and the mother, they know the kind of family they're from. We cannot make the decision to go and dump this body in the mortuary without the consent or without the
there is no consent here, Abefe. I understand your position, and I respect the fact that you are supporting Wunmi, but there are some facts and truths we cannot neglect, regardless of the position we hold. I know your position and I know mine, but there are some things, believe it or not, we just have to call a spade a spade. Okay, now it is wrong. You are a case manager, and if you go to a home and you assess a home and you give them a professional advice, they are to take it. Otherwise, there are consequences that we follow. If you are called to a child abuse or a whatever the case may be, I know how social worker works, right? So now in this situation, in a country that works, where law actually works, they will be liable for taking the body home to do what? Because usually, when they call, they can take the body to the morgue, or on their way to the morgue, make a call. Daddy, come by to Sheleo and be okulosi by ekpadiwani be by. You understand? They will be there. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Mama. Hold on now. Hold on. They will meet them up there. Doctor ni kagbelosi mortuary. Because yes, I agree, they are young. They've never experienced it before. They were all in a panic mode. Hence, they needed a professional and an adult advice, and they got it. They have someone that is older than them, and we assume the doctors there are older, and they are professionals. Two things put together, and they have experienced all of these things, and they know. That is number one key. Number two is your autopsy is done in the hospital settings. Okay, so taking the body to the morgue, from the morgue straight to the theater room where they will dissect the body and do the autopsy, we even make it more accurate because your decomposition.
How is it Supreme? Okay, how is it Wunmi's fault now that Mohbad was buried that night? And as
they're not talking about burial yet.
No.
Listen, if you want me to go to burial, we will get there.
Please, just give me a second to answer this one of this question. Please, I want to say this. I came up because of this. You know, it is easier for us to say, do this, if we are not in that shoe. Anyway, and I want us to know something this morning. You see, the system over here is different from the system in Nigeria. Now, and you know, one of them said, when they called Baba, remember Baba said, he's at the junctions of the hospital. Baba told them, take the body home. They acted according to that instruction. Take the body home. That was Baba told them.
No. It's a lie. I cannot scream. Hold on. I don't want it to be turned to, this is why I like Abefe's platform. I don't like all this wuru. Because that is not true. Calm down. When you say your own, calm down. Don't put emotion and sentiments into this. Okay, don't put emotion on sentiment. Let's be educative here. Let's have an educative conversation, because that is not what Baba said. Because that is not what Baba. In fact, Baba told us. Hold on. Hold on. Baba said, when they did not even, they told him to go back home.
That was when Ibatowa Loko Oju Omi. We are talking about
Baba said different things. Baba said different things. Is that right?
I cannot fight and scream.
Baba said different things.
No. If you choose to believe me, you can choose to
don't say what you don't know.
You don't say what you don't fucking know. Don't tell me don't say what I don't know, because
down.
And these toxic people, you are
Moderator, mute everybody.
You did this toxic people from Temi's platform. And then
Calm down.
and when we have an educative section.
Keep talking.
No, these two people stop me. They stand there one more time here. I want to tell me they stand up because they don't reason with their head.
Can you imagine that?
ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù náà, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré chipping kankan, ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù. Ṣé rí, ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù ká sọ. Nǹkan tí mo kàn máa sọ fún wa ni pé ṣé rí nǹkan tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ, kò sí nǹkan tí a lè sọ láti èní títí di ọ̀la tó lè yí kíní yẹn padà. Irú advice tí ẹ ń give yìí ń sìn, àwọn ẹlòmíì máa lẹ́yìn náà dẹ̀ máa kọ́gbọ́n bẹ̀ pé next time
this is what we are saying. I just can't stand everybody on that platform. One,
they understand and àti agree pé ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan àti agree pé next time tírú ẹ̀ bá máa ní rírú ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmì Jésù.
Ẹni tí nǹkan báyìí bá fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, irú advice tí Supreme tí wọ́n ń give yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká follow advice yẹn. Mo dey appreciate advice yín tí ẹ give. Lóòótọ́ kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè ṣe mistake lórí tí nǹkan bá kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yàn, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ yẹn náà. Èèyàn máa kọ́kọ́ sọ ọpọlọ nù, sọ ọgbọ́n ẹnu, later láṣẹ máa wá sọ. Màmá tó dẹ̀ wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ pé irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò ń ṣe pé ó máa sáré wá sórí ẹni yẹn láti ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbà pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ. Ibi tá a dẹ̀ ti ríru wàhálà yẹn, another wàhálà yẹn ló tún bọ̀ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbàgbé tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ, ká jẹ́ kí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì bá wá justice lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad. But eléyìí tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, ẹ má jẹ́ ká divert kúrò lórí ẹ̀. Ìyẹn ti tàdúrà yìí tí Mycene sọ pé your body go tell you yẹn. Ìyẹn ni mo fẹ́ ká argue lé lórí. But tí tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ pé wọ́n pe bàbá ká sọ́ di ọ̀la mẹ́ta, a lè rí nǹkan kan bẹ̀. So ìyẹn ni mo fẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ dé àṣàbíàmọ́.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí mi béèrè question ẹ̀yọ̀ kan lọ́wọ́ Supreme. Ó ṣe àwọ̀ ìjẹ́ ìbéèrè question kan. Supreme, are you telling me that you have never heard Baba Mohbad saying that he got to the junction of the hospital and they told him that they are taking his body home? I mean, they are taking his body away from the hospital. Did you hear that conversation or not? Because I'm actually trying to.
Okay, now let me tell you the version I know.
You know, okay.
Baba said, because this is one of the areas I fought Baba. Okay, Baba said that Mohbad, they were calling Mama Mohbad, and when they got to the junction, they said Mbono one hospital, one ara Mohbad tiya. Mohbad is oti response to treatment. Pe ki Baba padà sílé. Baba now said that he told Iya Mohbad pe ọmọ yẹn ti kú. Because that I remember this is the area, one of the areas I faulted Baba. Because later, when someone called into Buki's show, I don't know I don't know the name of the guy. The guy made us to understand that Blessing already called Baba. And I said, Baba, why did you not say when somebody already gave you that information? So, Baba, they told him to go back home. Baba now said, they were already at Osapa, London, that I want Balosile. So they actually told him to go back home. So there was no information. You see, we have to be extremely careful and be open. Okay, and when someone tell èèyàn lè rojọ́ fún mi sìn kí mo pẹ́ tó rojọ́ fún mi ló ń parọ́, because èèyàn bá roko ó máa roko yẹn sí ọ̀dọ̀ ara ẹ̀ ni. But ìgbà tó ń sọ fún bàbá insisted. Èmi fault bàbá pé Blessing already told you the boy was gone, so why are you telling us as if Holy Spirit told you something that you didn't know before? I faulted him for that. Okay, and if we all want to be truthful here, you know I've not taken it easy with Baba when it comes to telling him the truth. Where his faults are, I will tell him, I will tell him. But on that note, he was told by Darosha to go back home, that Mohbad was responded to treatment. And Baba said, And once he already debut by, I wanted to say stone throw to the house. I might as well come to the house. So that was what happened. There was no discussion about Ebagbe Okulole or Egbe Okulole because none of these kids ever admitted, none of them ever admitted to Baba that Mohbad had passed on. Although Blessing told him over the phone. So that is the narrative. None of them told Baba.
All right, Supreme, I'm going to let you, I will quickly call your attention to the part where Baba said that. Osha, sorry, Jackie Wajade.
No, I wanted to actually ask if anyone has the CTC of where Baba was given his own.
I don't have it handy right here, and
I have the CTC. I'm just going to bring it out. I have the CTC.
You can make reference to that, and also the part where it was advised to go home.
And like before we even say all of that, let me say one more thing before we go into that CTC. I think that we give her the time to find it. Another thing is either you take a body to the hospital, and I have to appreciate King White. Thank you for your submission that you just said not too long ago, because in every situation in life we learn. And we all need to, and over almost 500 people are here, and it maybe a lot more streaming and on the window, on the window sill, on the fence, wherever they are. The thing is, we need to also use this as a case study to learn not only sometimes when I speak I also want to put information out there so that God forbid, even with elderlies too, you will know that okay, these are the things, because sometimes ignorance is not an excuse. And okay, yeah, you say some people we are in diaspora but Nigeria, but there's nothing wrong if you are exposed or if you learn from it, just in case in a different format, you will be able to be okay, now what am I trying to say is that one, I don't know how it works in Nigeria, but when you call an ambulance, they give you a paperwork. And when you take... Hold on, Mama. Let me quickly say this.
You interrupted me and you took on.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
So, I wanted to just say, when the part you mentioned that it was advised to go home and all of that. Mm-hmm. Now, we can be sentiment about that singular part, because reason being, when situations such as that occurs, one thing you have to also understand is that oftentimes, especially in Yoruba culture, it might just be a situation where they didn't want him to know immediately that his son had passed. But of course, given the situation as it is now, we can elaborate on it and say different versions and different stories that could obviously entwine in relation to Mohbad's death. However, that may have just been born out of not wanting him to know and having like Boya and Wagbalagba to go and talk to him, to announce the death or the passing of his son. This is just my own opinion. I'm not saying that was exactly what happened, but based on culture, if you want to go based on culture, I would assume that is the case. But then again, I may be wrong. I just wanted to insert that just so we have a bit of clarity with regards
Osha, please, before you go, before Supreme goes on, can I please read this? So I'm reading you something from the CTC, and it's on page 39 of the CTC. And the question was, who certified him dead? And Baba Mohbad's response, I'm Batija, can you mute?
No, I think that must be me. Hold on, let me turn this thing off.
Yeah, you're fine. Sorry. Okay. So they said, who certified him dead? And Baba Mohbad's response was, I don't know who said it, but they were deceiving me on the phone that he was all right and I should go back home.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, hold on, Batija now. It's a full statement. Firstly, they said I should come to one hospital at Osaka, London. And when I got to the bus stop, I said I was at Osaka, London now, but they told me that I should go back home and that it was all right. But what I heard before didn't make me believe, and I wanted to see him. So I got there at 9:30 and I met his dead body on the floor. So that is completely different, Supreme, to you saying...
No. That is exactly what I said.
No, that's not what
Word
you said.
for
Supreme,
word. I said nobody told. So they told him to go home, that the boy was fine. And that they've taken the boy home. So, but he insisted on going home. Maybe I didn't use the same words. And when he got home, so at what point did he tell them about Bokulole? He didn't even know. So that's exactly what I said that you just read. I don't have the CTC handy, but that is exactly what I said.
No, hold on.
But let me also say something psychologically.
Let's clarify this part so that we can all...
It's not a friend now. Come on now.
No.
You are smarter than that now.
I'm not done myself, and you know that now.
Submission, allow others.
Let us clarify.
One day.
I want to move on to something else, but let's clarify this part before you go. Now, my understanding from what you said earlier was that it was with Mama Mohbad, because there are two different instances of Baba Mohbad getting a phone call about Mohbad being dead. Now, the first instance was Baba Mohbad being with Iya Mohbad. They were about to cross the river, and then they got a phone call. And in that phone call, they said, oh, Iya Mohbad said he got a call and he said, something has happened to this boy. Where Baba Mohbad said, Iku Owoloku. That's number one. That's one. And at that point, they were about to cross the river. They were heading towards Mohbad's place. Number one. The second one is here, where he said, they told me that he was at an hospital at Osaka, London.
Abefe, you are the one with the CTC. You are the one that read the CTC, and you are the one that is arguing with the CTC. I'm going by the CTC.
I'm not arguing with the CTC.
What Baba said is, what I'm trying to clarify is, before Baba, Baba did not tell them Kongbo Kulole. Baba was not informed. Baba got home to meet the dead body. Period. That's all I'm saying. And that's what you read from the CTC. I don't have a copy.
We are correcting you and saying that do not say that Baba at no point made an attempt to go to the hospital.
I didn't say Oshakpa, London is where the hospital is located. Baba, they saw Baba that Aramonyoya Komabalo Hospital. That's what he was told. And when he got there at Oshakpa, London, we are here at Oshakpa, Ewamuwa, where is the hospital? They told him, they did not realize Baba was with them. Baba was with Iya Mohbad and Yatunde or whoever. Okay? When they realized Baba was with them, they told Baba, please, Ara Mohbad itiya ekpada sile. Baba now said, I'm already at Osaka, London. It's easier for me to just come home to his place of abode than me going back home at that hour of the night. I might as well just journey on. And that was all that happened. And when he got home, he met his body under the staircase. That's what you read. I might have put it in a different words, but that's just what you heard. So at what point, and you can go to Wumi's CTC and see if Wumi will tell us, if you have the CTC, that we told Baba is the one that said we should take the dead body home. That is all what we want to establish. Baba was never informed. I'm not saying Baba is perfect. He did some things wrong, probably based on his level of education, exposure, whatever the case may be. But that was not part of it.
Okay, hold on, Supreme.
Yes, Mama.
I like to go with facts. I
You are the one reading it now.
I don't go by speculations. I go with facts. Now, I got a call. So there's a question. How did you know about the demise of his son? He said on the 12th of September. Then they asked the question again. They said, how did you know? He said, I got to know around 9:30 p.m.
That was when he got to the house. Hold on, before you
that
move on,
12th.
before you move on, hold
Supreme,
on.
hold on now. No,
Hold
don't
on.
do
That
that.
was hold on now.
Supreme,
Should you are
don't do
reading it. I just want to say that 9:30 p.m. was when he got
Supreme.
home. Go
When
ahead.
you talk, I mute. Like,
Okay,
just
go
can you
ahead,
let
go
me read?
ahead.
I'm not talking from my head. I'm reading from the CTC. So let's listen to the CTC. Don't Emma Glock the narrative of the CTC that suits you. Let's read from the CTC now. Now the CTC, they said, how did you know? Okay, leave Valeria go upstairs. Now let me go to page 39 of the CTC. Do you know the day that the deceased died? And Baba Mohbad answered, yes, 12th of September. Now the next question was, how did you know? How did you know? And Baba responded, I got to know around 9:30 p.m. The next question, on the 12th of September, Baba Mohbad said, yes. Now he said this, they were calling me that it was okay and I should go back home. And I noticed that the tone of the conversation, so I wanted to know what was happening by 9:30. What was happening? And by 9:30, I met his body on the floor. Okay? Then the next question was, the very first call you got with respect to the deceased, what information were you given? And Baba answered, the call was from his mom, and she said Mohbad was in the hospital, and they said we should come. But the way she sounded, I sensed something was wrong, and she called me around 4:30 to 5 in the evening. The next question, the mother does not live with you? He said no. Was the mother living with the deceased? He said no. So now I want to clarify something here. Now between 4:30 and 5, there was a phone call. Okay? At 9:30, Baba got to the house. Emu Yedani. So it means that 2 conversations was had. Now let's get to the part where they confirmed what they were told. Now, a question then said, was the mother living with the deceased? The answer, no. Did you go to the hospital? He shook his head side to side. Tell us what happened. On the very day when I was with his body, and on the very day when I saw that his body was on the ground, I asked what happened to him. Was he sick? Then they stopped him and they said, you got there and you saw the body already dead? He said, yes. They said they gave him injection. An injection reacted on his body, and that was the comment given to me by his wife. Okay? Then they went on, you saw the body, yes, got a wool in the ears, who certified him dead? This was when Baba Dain said, I don't know who said it, but they were deceiving me on the phone that it was all right and I should go back home. Firstly, they said I should come to one hospital at Osaka, London. Let's establish one thing. At the time that they took Mohbad to the hospital, they contacted his father and said, oh, Mohbad is not feeling well. Oh, he's been taken to the hospital. Can you come? Straight forward. Okay? And now when I got to the bus stop, I said I was at Osaka, London now, but they told me that I should go back home and that it was all right. But what I heard before didn't make me believe, and I wanted to see him. When I got to the house at 9:30 p.m., I met his dead body on the floor. Have you seen the death certificate? Baba's answer, no. So do you know the cause of death? Baba nods his head up and down. Who were the people you met? And he continued that narration. Now, from Baba's interview that we have all seen, okay? If you haven't seen the interview, then it means you are on Justice for Mohbad and you're jumping based on what you hear people on TikTok say. You're not doing your due diligence. Now, in Baba's interview, the first interview he said was, when we were going there, awa nibi oko oju omi tafe soda ni wọ́n pè ya Mohbad. Lọ́wọ́ ni ya Mohbad wá gbà mí láṣọ mú pé nǹkan ti ṣọmọ òun. And immediately Baba said, he then responded to her and said, Iku owo lomo yi ku. Comment section, if you have not seen that recording, please raise your hand up so that we can go and look for it and we can play it here and now. Because I feel like the majority of you who are here probably have not seen or heard that recording. Okay. Ife, Joshua Lebami, what recording here? Sorry, YouTube. Recording ibiti Baba Mohbad ti sọ pé àwọn wà níbi ọkọ̀ ojú omi, and they were crossing when Mama Mohbad received the call.
You're changing the topic. I don't know what you're trying to establish
exactly.
Here.
I don't know what you're trying.
And you're moving from Baba all the way. Can we go straight to the one?
What are you trying to? What we are trying to establish is that Baba saw the body when he got home. We are trying to establish the fact that one simple thing, because you have actually put too much time into it, Nikbe, Baba was not the one that told them to take the body home. Period. He only saw the body and got to know that his son was dead when he got home. That is very simple. You read it.
But at what
Very
point-
simple. That is the only thing we want to establish here.
Abefe, you said the kids were young.
Baba did
and
not instruct
listen,
them. And one thing you should understand is we all should understand the fact
We're
that
trying to establish two things from this conversation. In case you don't remember, I can take you back. Two things. Number one, we're trying to establish that, first of all, Baba Mohbad received 2 phone calls, and Baba Mohbad did attempt to go to the hospital to meet with them at the hospital. You said
he did not attempt. Baba Mohbad was in the arena. I know that area very well. Baba Mohbad was in the arena saying,
Going
Ewa
to the
mo wa lo
hospital.
síbẹ̀. And they
Going to
told
the
him,
hospital,
ọmọ
right?
yẹn, yes, at the hospital. Ọmọ yẹn, ara ẹ̀ ti yá. Ara ẹ̀ ti yá. Ẹ padà sílé. Ó dẹ̀ wí pé òun ti dé Ọ̀ṣàpá is where the hospital is.
So that's what
It's not two different locations. Ọ̀ṣàpá ń bẹ̀ yẹn ni Perez Hospital wà. On the streets. On the streets by Lower.
He asked you, Supreme, that are you aware that Baba actually made an attempt to go to the hospital, got to the junction, and had to go back?
I wasn't
You said no.
arguing that with you.
Oh my
I
God.
told you that part already. I wasn't arguing that with you. Baba attempted, he actually was in the arena of the hospital and he said, okay, ẹ wá mú mi lọ sí hospital tí ọmọ yẹn wà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ara ẹ̀ ti yá, ó ti ń respond sí treatment. Àwọn ti gbé lọlé, ẹ padà sílé.
Abefe, I actually believe the whole point of this discussion is about why he was
That's
very
what I'm
earlier. So it's not about whether or not he heard and when he heard.
You have put
he
Ajasa. Baba
actually
did not say
cried.
one
So the
year
bone of
later,
contention is why he was very
Monroe, I don't know
quickly.
how
That
you
was what
talking. How are
we
you
were
talking
actually
over
talking
someone?
about.
You're talking over me. How do you expect me to hear what you said? Like you're literally talking over me.
Okay.
I was talking to Supreme, and you're like talking over me. So if you want to address me, you have to wait for me to finish so that I can hear you. So you can go ahead now.
Okay, so what I meant was you saying that the point why was he buried, like pushing the blame on him for burying him earlier than expected. Like the question that TikTok
Can I
was
answer
asking,
that part?
the question she was
only reason
asking.
I said that. Okay, the only reason I said that was because I am of the opinion that if Mohbad was not buried, had not been buried the way he was, maybe we would have gotten more answers from the toxicology and the autopsy. The only reason the reports are inconclusive is because he had already been buried for a number of days.
And that's exactly my point.
And that
Do
is,
you actually
let me
think
say,
it was his
Monroe,
fault to be buried at the point where he was buried? Because
Pardon? Say that again.
do you think it was his fault that he was buried at the point when he was buried?
Yes, I do think it's the father's fault.
And this is where I
Okay, let me at the fair, you made a
the
statement
hospital
of
would have
fact.
released
Supreme,
Mohbad's
wait now.
body
Explain one
without
at a
any
time.
do you think the hospital would have released Mohbad's body without any report?
Yes, I do think Nigerian hospital will release the body to you, especially two things. If the body is not their client, and secondly, if the body was brought in dead, they will release the body to you 100%.
Okay, hold on. Monroe, let me quickly put in a question there. First of all, you have made some, Abefe made some statement of fact, and you've said something probably that is wrong, outrightly wrong. The statement of fact you made, I'm going to stress it. Yes, 100% you are correct. If Mohbad wasn't buried, definitely the autopsy and toxicology would have been accurate. And having buried him for 9 days probably affected, not probably, most definitely affected the result. Correct. That's a statement of fact. It's not an opinion statement. It's a statement of fact, scientifically. Now, you are very wrong that Baba is to blame, because we cannot bypass a blame and take it to the last person that faulted. Because another wrong thing is brought in dead, brought in alive, you will definitely get a statement where they will say patient or this person, patient's name brought in dead, vital signs checked 0, corona 0, carotid 0, this. They will put the findings. It's a 3 leaflets. They will put the white copy in the patient's record because this patient must have a record because of litigation purposes. They will give the pink one to the family members, and the third one we go to medical records.
Are you talking about a death certificate right now?
No, I'm not talking a death certificate. I'm talking about discharge note.
Doctor's report.
Just doctor's report.
There cannot be a discharge note, Supreme.
Listen, doctors, listen now. Forget the word discharge. Don't let us argue. Doctor's reports. You will get a doctor's report, and family advised to deposit body in the morgue because they work with license and it will be unethical. They cannot just tell them verbally. They will give them a paperwork. Okay? Paperwork stating coroner checked 0, fixed. Vital signs, blood pressure 0, heart rate 0, pulse rate 0, this one checked 0, that one checked 0, patients unresponsive, brought in dead, family advised, go deposit patient in the morgue. They must give them paperwork. Call it whatever name you want to call it. But they must have, because family can say they didn't tell us. And they work with license. They will lose their license if they don't give them paperwork. I call it paperwork, call it discharge paper, brought in dead. They must, even if it is a car accident patient they bring in dead, they must say blood broken, this broken, patient's check, unresponsive.
Exactly, thank you.
They must. I refuse to say, despite the fact that yes, we all know that Nigeria is a developing country, it's a third world country, but they must. Because they still work with licenses, and it is the board of medical directors. They will suspend the hospital if they do not. They cannot just say they must give them a paperwork. I am not talking about death certificate. We need to speak fact. You know, the errors was made, but we still have to. Okay, there are some things that is a given.
I hope you know that now that you're talking, we have all muted our mic. So when we start, I said now that you're talking, we've all muted our mic. So when we start talking, please do not interrupt us. So please go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Can I correct one statement that Abefe actually made earlier?
Please go ahead. I'm going to mute.
Abefe, you actually stated earlier that it was you all that said that the inconclusive. It was you all that said because he was buried, that was why the result was actually inconclusive. Abefe, it was actually Wumi that released a press statement that my father-in-law actually buried Mohbad quickly, the next day or the same day, whatever she said. It was actually Wumi that made the statement. It was not Mr. Loba or anyone from Mr. Loba. It was Wumi that released a press statement that it was because he was buried earlier. So I want you to correct that, and please don't repeat that again, that any of us from this side or Mr. Loba made such statement. It was Wumi that said he was buried. The autopsy was inconclusive because Mr. Loba buried Mohbad quickly the next day or whatever day she said, whatever it was.
What point are you getting at? I don't
get it. You said earlier, you lot said that he was buried the next day. That was why he was buried quickly. That was why the autopsy was inconclusive. So why are you doing another autopsy?
So
that was what you said. And that was the statement was not made by Mr. Loba. The statement was made.
You're always like this.
I don't understand. What are you
Listen. I heard what I heard, and I'm putting this.
Did Abefe
Wumi made that statement. Made that statement. She actually had a press release.
Why would you even have the audacity to tell someone what to say?
Press release.
You have your own opinion.
Abefe has her own opinion.
get what
So
she's
who are
saying,
you
honestly,
to even be
Kojemi.
saying that, oh, don't ever make this
Don't ever
statement
say that
and then
again.
take it back?
That's
What do you
a
mean?
little rude.
Everybody is having an opinion.
I
You
don't,
don't
I
even
want
have
her
a
to explain it
factual,
because I
please,
can't comprehend what
Monroe.
exactly she said.
You are
Monroe,
just
can you
you are
ask your
just
question
mumbling
again? But please
everything
be
together.
mindful of your words. But I don't get you. So what's your point exactly? Because I don't know. I can't, like, I want to really understand what you're driving at by saying that woman said, Lee Abefe said. So can you please say it again and let's hear what you have to say, please. Moro,
You
you
can go
actually
ahead.
said, because
Abufe, can I ask you a
don't
question,
comprehend it.
please?
Susie, please hold on. I want Monroe to actually ask that question because I can't honestly comprehend what she was saying. She like mumbled a few things up and I'm not quite sure what exactly it is she was saying. So Monroe, in case you don't know, you're already muted. Can you please unmute your mic so we can hear you?
Okay. You said, you lot already
No,
said,
not you lot. I said, Abefe said, please. You can
you
address.
said, you lot already said that the autopsy was inconclusive because he was buried,
Yes,
right,
correct.
earlier than it should be. So why are you doing another autopsy and toxicology again? And I am
Yes.
correcting that fact that it's not you lot. It it was actually Wumi that made that statement that the autopsy was inconclusive because Baba buried Mohbad earlier than expected. So it's not your law. It was actually Wumi's statement. And even a lawyer said the same thing. So for you to say Baba is doing another autopsy and toxicology, even though he said it was buried earlier, that statement was from Wumi, not from Mr. Loba or any representative of Mr. Loba.
Nobody has said Monroe. I don't get it. So hold on. Nobody has said the statement was from Baba Loba in any shape or form.
Okay, then
Now,
why did you make the statement that why are you doing it again when you already said that it was inconclusive because it was quickly buried?
okay, so you got the conversation from the middle. So let me
No,
explain
it
it
was
to
not from
you.
the middle. I heard you clearly.
Can you just
Let her
listen?
explain
Nah.
now.
Let me explain it to you. Like you're just literally just here to scream. You want to get it? Then listen. So what we said was, Supreme made a statement and said, the doctors have given you a medical advice. They are medical professionals, and they've said to you, go and deposit this body in the morgue. And she then said, these are medical professionals. These are people who know this. These are people who are like, who are skilled in this field. When they give you a professional advice, you need to go with it. You have to accept it. You have to take it. Okay. Now, I then came back and I said to Supreme, I said, well, it's not easy for you to say, oh, because it's a medical advice, then they should take it and go deposit the body in the morgue. I said, because we'll have a bigger issue by now. I said, however, let us now take it that, okay, we want to take every medical advice seriously. We want to take every medical report seriously. How come you lots in your word, now let me use your same words at you. How come you lots refused the reports from medical professionals regarding the autopsy and the toxicology? I said, how come you lot refused that result? If we're going by, because a medical professional has said it, we have to go with it. Why did you all refuse the toxicology and the autopsy? Why do you lot feel the need to do it a second time? So it was a relative statement, and I was relating
That's
that.
exactly my point, Abefe. That's
No,
exactly
listen,
my point.
I was
I
relating that. So
said
my point in
Wumi
saying
actually
that,
released that press statement. It was not
listen,
anything that has to do with Mr. Loba. That's the point I want to
and
pass
nobody said
across.
it had anything to do with Aloba. That's the thing. Are you listening? Nobody has said it was Aloba who made that statement. No one has said that. And no one as well has said, among me, I am saying this as Abefe. I am saying that I feel that taking the medical the professionals assessment and reports and going to deposit the body in a morgue would have been a bigger issue, just like the toxicology and the autopsy. Even though it's been written by professionals, we still do not agree with it, and that's why you guys are doing a second one. So I refuse that because a medical professional have said take the body to the morgue, then they should have gone to deposit. I thought it was not a bad thing that the body was taken home for the family to sit down and decide what are we doing from here. Now, if you then decide that Baba it's cool, like we've accepted, we've gotten the closure, like what do we do? And everybody in that panic state then says, you know what? This body has to be taken to the morgue. Okay, Let's go to the police station. Where's the nearest police station? Go to the police station, have a chat. This is what the hospital have said. Report that at hospital. Okay, we need a report before we can do anything. You go to the hospital. The body that was brought here, sir. You assessed him? Can you give? There are steps that all of this, we will not be here having this conversation.
The fact still remains that Wumi has the duty of care to Mohbad, and she was supposed to wait for his parents to come to the hospital before taking Mohbad home. The body was not meant to take back. The body was not meant to be taken back home. The body was not meant to be taken back home, and we need to accept that fact that you said they were younger chaps, like younger kids, that they don't have any knowledge of that. But why didn't they wait for his parents? That's the question. Why did they take him home?
So when the hospital said, take the body and go and deposit in the morgue, they should have said to the hospital, actually, please give us like an hour. We're waiting for the father to come before we remove the body. Is that what you're saying?
Why you said they were young chaps, they have no idea of how things
what you are saying.
they are kids and all. If they were kids, as you said, why didn't they wait for his parents? Why did they take his body home? And why didn't they take him to the morgue as advised?
Okay, can I answer your question? You are saying that now, when they ask them, this person is BID, number one, is not our client. Number two, he didn't die here. We have assessed the body and we can tell you that this person has passed away. Please go and deposit the body in the morgue. They then say to them, actually, please, can we leave the body here for another hour or two? Because the father is coming. We want the father to come and see him in the hospital. Have you forgotten that they took him to a second hospital to get a second opinion? What are you talking about? He was taken to 2 hospitals to get second opinion. The first one is Kuramed. The second one is Perez Hospital. So I don't get it. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, irrespective of the hospital they took Mohbad to, they should have waited for his parents. And they should have
waited for his parents at the hospital.
Yes, because why would you take his body home in the first place when it was supposed to be deposited in the morgue?
Monroe, so now you are contradicting yourself. They should have let his parents see the body before taking him away from the hospital, right? Okay, now they then took the body home.
The body should have been deposited in the morgue, not in the house.
So that's my point. A body in the morgue without proper documentation?
Well, you said they should have waited for the father to come before removing the body from
the hospital. You said they were young chaps, they were young kids, young lads and all of that. They had no idea how this works. When they got
arrived at the hospital,
she said that earlier. And when they arrived at the hospital, they had no idea what was going on. They should have.
You said that. I said that at the end of the day, they are young chaps. They were confused in that moment because none of them expected that. Number one, he did not have any underlying ailment. He was not sick. Everything that happened within an hour or hours or minutes or seconds or whatever it is. So yes, they were in a state of.
So why didn't they wait for an adult or the parents of the child in question? That's my point.
Oh, you're talking as though they were minors here. These are adults.
What are you on about?
These are adults and not children. That was what she said.
That was what she said.
Young adults. Young adults. You are the one confusing yourself.
No. She said they were young chaps. They had no idea of how things work. When she was
asked the question,
say
that. That's a bloody lie.
She just repeated the same thing. Listen, you can't intimidate me and talk at the same time. You can talk one after the other. Talk one after the other. Don't intimidate me. Talk one after the other, please.
Are they minors? That's the question.
Talk one after the other. I can't hear you two both at the same time. I can't hear you two at the same time.
So you're contradicting yourself, Monroe.
Then one person should speak first, please.
Then go ahead.
You mute your mic.
Yeah, then one person
allow her speak.
Like, come on. So now you're repeating that you said they are young children. You said they are young children. I said that Mohbad being who he is and passing away, there was nobody within that circle that was matured or old enough. A member of the family that was old enough to make the decision to say, you know what, let's go deposit this body in the morgue. None of them could have done that. Not even his wife. If his wife had made the decision to say, oh yes, 2 hospitals have confirmed him dead. They were okay, we've accepted. Take the body to the morgue. The story would be completely different to what it is right now. So I reiterate, there was no adult, no family member who is an adult that was present there at the time. that could have given the consent to say, you know what, let us take this body to the morgue. It's okay. We'll go home and we'll have it. Don't unmute.
So you agree with what they did in taking the body to Mohbad's house, back to the house, as opposed to the morgue? Is that what you're trying to say?
You have a problem with letting people finish with their statement. Okay? I am not going to listen to you. Everything you just said, I didn't hear you because you have to let me finish what I'm saying. So stop interrupting me. So I repeat, there was no matured adults in the house or with them at the time, from the first hospital to the second hospital, who could have made the decision on behalf of the family to say, take the body and go and deposit in the morgue. No adults could, nobody could have done that. And now if Darosha had assumed the position of, okay, I'm Mohbad's brother and I'm, older than this other young chap. I'm like a few years older than them. They are like younger than me and all of that. Let's take the body to the mortuary. We'll be dealing with the same problem because you rightly just said, Monroe just said that, yes, they should have waited for the father to come before taking the body anywhere. They couldn't have left the body in the hospital because both hospitals he was taken to, they confirmed that it was brought in dead. So no hospital would have kept the body on the bed to say, oh yes, let's leave the body there in an hour's time, the father will be here. No hospital would have done that. So they had one choice and one choice. They had one choice or two options only. And the first choice is go with the medical advice, go and deposit the body in the morgue. The second advice would have been, take the body to the house, the father is on his way, let's decide what we're going to do. So no, I do not agree that they did anything wrong by taking the body back home. They did absolutely nothing wrong.
You think it's right for them to tell him that it's okay, he's feeling well, he can go back, but they decide to take the body home. Make it make sense.
Inside that, or are you still going? Now, I think that Sabati Walori social media, we all act as if we don't understand our Yoruba culture. I don't know, for those of us who are Yoruba, we all know. Now, Nile Yoruba, Nile Enyomokaro Ojire, you know for a fact, tí òkú ọ̀fọ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ilé, àti ìyá àti bàbá ọmọ yẹn, wá kọ́kọ́ tàn wọ́n lọ ná.
I don't know. Are we still on the same topic? I just came back. Are we still on the same
Yoruba culture, we know that tí òkú ọ̀fọ̀ tí ọmọ kékeré bá kú, bóyá ó kú nínú ilé o, bóyá ó kú ní títì o, wherever tó bá kú o, kò sí àgbàlagbà kan náà, kò sí anybody tó máa pe àgbàlagbà náà pé ẹ má bọ òkú ọmọ yín wà nílẹ̀ wá gbé o.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Come on now. In our Yoruba culture, you will tell the father, everything is okay, má worry.
When you are contradicting your initial submission.
And she was able to say, Monroe, does it make sense? Does it really make sense?
Monroe, let's move on from that because Abefe, with this your last statement, you actually contradicted yourself.
No, I haven't.
Wait, let me finish. I've muted for a while. I will tell you where I think you contradicted yourself is. Where I think you contradicted yourself is, number one, we started from the fact that Baba Mohbad was the one that told them to take the body home. Hold on, Susan.
You're wrong.
This was where I joined was we were trying to establish the statement that Baba Mohbad was the one that told them to take the body home.
That's not right, Supreme.
Okay.
That's very wrong.
Now, but my question to you is, why and what prompted a lawyer in this situation?
I can tell you.
Please do.
The same way a call was placed to Baba Mohbad, that same way the call was placed to every other person who is a close affiliate of Mohbad. Now, bear in mind, like I said before, he did not have an underlying ailment or anything. So as soon as they heard that, they said Mohbad is dead, one in question Mohbad, it is only normal for everybody to make their way to the house. It doesn't necessarily mean it was Omoumi, and there's no statement anywhere from nobody that said that Omoumi was the one who called the lawyer.
I'm not talking about Omoumi. No, I'm not fixated.
So the lawyer has a personal relationship with Mohbad, and he has heard that something bad happened to him. He has one duty and one duty alone, to make his way to the house. That's how it's only logical.
I don't see the logic in it.
I see
if there is any intent.
There is no
if there is any intent, why would there be? Because I think they made us understand that this guy is a private person who does not like social media, who does not like Aero, who does not like anything. So why they, like you have rightfully said, if I have to go with the narratives, the immediate family should have been the first people they will call. And I'm going to bring the name of Wunmi up. Wunmi stating that my husband doesn't like social media, my husband doesn't, they don't even, she doesn't like to post me. I don't think someone that just, if mohbad just passed away 2 hours, 4:30 p.m. Tuesday, I don't believe, I you know my position. I believe mohbad died on Monday, and I'm holding on to that. But if I'm going to go with your narrative, someone that just died and they told them to go home, or they told them to go to the morgue, and they defiled that professional, if the law works for even defiling that professional advice, it's a citation. Okay, now they did that within that time frame, 4 p.m. the time they gave us to that time, to have called a lawyer and 100 people on someone that you yourself told us is not a public person, does not like publicity.
That called them.
I'm not talking about Wunmi. Why do you always think when I make a statement it's Wunmi? But one thing I'm going to say for a fact is Wunmi is the wife. She is legally married to the guy. So Wunmi should actually be the one to control traffic. Hello. Please. Give us some space. Give us some space. We saw Wunmi now. Wunmi is not a timid child. Wunmi is not a timid woman. Wunmi now. So all this Wunmi is supposed to be responsible.
Listen, don't say that.
I have to, and it's my own opinion. Let me say something. Let me say something. I have to. Wunmi was not. Listen. How do you define a good wife? How do we let me define a good wife. How do we define a good wife? Wunmi was not there when he was having a fight. Wunmi did not cook the food.
Wunmi is convenient for you. She's a good wife.
But I told you now that Wunmi as a wife should inherit the property. I told you Wunmi as a wife should inherit the property.
She's not a wife.
No, I'm not telling you that. I told you Wunmi as a wife should inherit the property. I told you that. I'm never going to be biased. I will call it what it is. Wunmi did not see the fight at Ikorodu. She was not there. Wunmi, the wife, did not cook for him. I agree Wunmi is illegally married. I've called her a wife long time ago. I did. I don't know about other people, because customary marriage is a marriage. So Wunmi did not see the fight. Wunmi did not make the cook. Wunmi did not see when the nurse came. Wunmi was not with the nurse. Wunmi was not the one that was giving the statement of discharge. Wunmi was not the one this. Wunmi did not know they were going to bury the husband. She saw it online. Wunmi did not see this. How do we then define Wunmi? Where was the wife? Where was the wife in all of this?
Supreme, why are you fixated on Omo?
I am, because you brought Wunmi name, and I have to ask you, where was the wife in all of this? Wunmi is a nuclear family. Wunmi is a nuclear family. Adura is an extended family in the scheme of things. When you want to look at the hierarchy of the family, Adura is a second.
Please, let me have family for 1 minute.
Adura is extended family. Mohbad is extended family. Wunmi is the wife. Wunmi is a nuclear family to Mohbad, ìyàwó, ọkọ, àti children. Wunmi was completely absent. According to her, she's completely absent in all of these things. Wunmi literally removed herself in all the situation that had that has to do with her own husband of her youth, and she told us on this other show, the second one she went to, I've forgotten, the second one that, we were so lovey TVC, telling those girls, we were so lovey, but Mommy was completely absent in the boy's life, in crucial and critical time of his life.
She said it herself. She said it
herself.
She was not present.
She's making us believe she was not there. She didn't see the fight.
All the way, all the crucial stakes until it pied. She said it herself.
Anyway,
she was not there. She said it herself.
This is the area I blame Baba Mohbad. This is the area I blame Baba Mohbad, because Baba Mohbad, otherwise, the simple case.
Can I respond to simple case?
Yeah. Ìyàwó ẹ̀dà, ìyàwó mi ò sí ńbẹ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀dà bí, ìyàwó mi ò sí ńbẹ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀dà, ìyàwó mi ò sí. You are even saying that Mommy was not the one that they gave the statement of discharge to.
Because you will be screaming and nobody else will
I'm
be
not
able to
screaming. Bóyá fọ́ọ̀nù mi ló ń pariwo. I'm not screaming.
I know, I'm not even taking offense because I know you're high-pitched. So everything you say is centered around. It's okay. I honestly
ìyàwó níjọ̀gbọ̀n.
Me too, I'm very high-pitched. So Supreme, everything you say is centered around the Mommy. However, you see, I disagree with all your submission and all your opinion, the opinion you hold about a Mommy. And of course, that's normal because we're on both sides of the
some things are not my opinion. They are statements of fact. One woman said it herself. She didn't see the fight. She did not cook. She was not with the nurse. She did not go get the medication. She did not attend to the boy. She was not the one. She told us that she did not even know the way. She even said, this is the worst of them all. This is the worst of them all. She did not even know they were going to bury her husband. She saw it on air.
Can I respond to what you said?
She said she saw it on air. That is the most cheapest lie.
Okay. Can I respond to what you said now?
I mute. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh God. Everywhere she's quiet.
Before you say something, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, before you say something, can I quickly talk? Lady Harris, I just want to ask a question. There's a video we saw when NDLEA came to Wumi's house, and Wumi, they were about attacking Mohbad, and Wumi stood in front of the gun. Please, did you see that video?
I beg.
Please. Maro, she addressed me. Please hold it. Let me respond to her. Farmer Queen. Yes, I did. I saw the video, but you
said she's been absent in every significant.
Hold on. Let me finish. Abefe, please. She addressed me. Let me finish that statement because I put a comma there. Yes, I did. But are you aware that Mohbad was not home? Mohbad actually left the studio to go and defend Wumi. Mohbad was not the one that was being attacked. Ask Top Movie. It was Aduba that was being attacked.
It was Aduba that was being attacked.
Mohbad.
It was Aduba. It was not Wumi. It was not Wumi. Please go back to the video. Go back. If you can go back to the video.
That's a lie.
I don't lie, Abefe. I don't lie.
I'm sorry. That's untrue. That statement is untrue.
Supreme, please just go back to the video.
I cannot go back to the video now, but you can search for the video. I will explain to you. Listen. Hold on, my dear.
We're asking about when he died. We don't care about it.
Go back to the video.
When he died.
We can revisit the video. I cannot go back. We can revisit the video and we bring this topic up again. It was not, Mohbad was not there. Mohbad could have stayed away, but Mohbad came. Did you see the video where Mohbad was beaten up and Mohbad was like, Cynthia no one bell, Cynthia no no. Did you see that one?
It's a lie. It wasn't.
It's not true. It's not true. Cynthia was crying in the vehicle. No, Supreme. This is false.
It was Wumi. She was hiding her face. She was hiding her face.
Family did to my husband. Please go and watch the video. You can say any other thing, but please don't create wrong narratives. She was crying in that video, and she said, "See what Naira Marley did to my husband. She was crying and she was with Mohbad. She even did a video showing Mohbad's body. Check the day they beat Mohbad up.
MFM.
She was there.
Listen, MFM. Hold on, my dear. MFM.
It's no longer Wunmi.
Hold on. MFM. Take note of this point. Make note so we can search this video and we can reconvene later and sort out all these things. I think that will be fair enough because I'm not going to be arguing so much.
We have CY Omoumi and there's Cynthia, Myce's girlfriend. You guys get it right. The Cynthia
When he's singing for Wunmi, it's Wunmi is Cynthia, but when he's
Why your girlfriend be there? Why we see why girlfriend? Why we see my see girlfriend be there? They come to their house. Why we see why your mom mama Shele Mohbad?
Ẹ ti change gbogbo topic. Ẹ kàn mórí gbogbo ẹ kàn tọ́ gbogbo ẹ
There's something I also want to say.
The entire topic, in the entire discussion, you turned it around.
Bámi lé boyfriend mi lọ, àgùntàṣọ́ lò sí lọ, àdúrà làwọn bá wá bí.
Something there's something else. When you are saying Wunmi is not this, Wunmi is not that, you should also put it in consideration that Wunmi had a 5-month-old baby to care for. He had a baby, and you know that for the fact that Adura cooked for Mohbad that day does not mean that Wunmi doesn't cook. She might be busy trying to tend to a baby. The baby might be running. When you have a 5-year-old baby,
Listen, okay, that is, you see, whatever you want to say on that, I'm a mother too. Let me tell you, I am a mother. And let me say something. If Wunmi has a 5-month-old baby, why did Wunmi go to a show with a 5-month-old baby? Why? She left Lekki to go to show.
Visit after the show.
Father is there. It doesn't matter. Mohbad went the way with Mohbad.
Then if she can go that extent,
so you cannot.
listen.
No, you are not the father, so you cannot. It's because Mohbad is there. That's why we are all saying this.
Listen, Mama, Wunmi did say that she was looking after a child when Mohbad was being injected. She said she was cooking, okay? Cooking, not looking after my child.
So when she was cooking, where was the child?
The injury was not life-threatening.
She was cooking and she abandoned the child, Abi.
So she can
cooking is more important than the life of Mohbad. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, please, I beg you. Don't stop being sentimental. Was Mohbad?
Bless is important.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, a minor injury.
Oh my
When
goodness.
he dying moment, anyone sentiment, dying moment.
There's absolutely this farmer is the one that is we. You see, I like to talk with Abefe Osha because they talk. We reason together. The Bible said, "Come, let us." You see, when you guys, some of you guys come and say, we'll be. Let us, if you want to go that line of having a baby, we can go that line, but we have to talk one after the other.
Abefe, no matter what you do, we will never take you back. You are stupid.
Who said stupid? Why did you say I'm stupid?
It's not that kind of comment. Ignore that person, Abefe.
Tell us something more stupid. Why did you say
nobody say you are stupid?
No, stupid, not you. I'm talking to
the person. Someone said that no matter what Abefe does, that we will never take her back.
Take me back.
Are you whining us? Are you?
I am a national asset. I am an asset to the world, not just
No, to be honest with you, let me tell you something. I really think if Wunmi is taking advice from Osha and Abefe, she actually would have been in a better position.
I have not answered you.
I know, I'm only commenting to that word stupid. If Wunmi is taking advice from Abefe and Osha, I think she will be in a better situation than where she is now. You know,
I think she's in a good place. Listen, Supreme, I think I'm not going to agree with that because I think, to be honest, Omoumi is in a very good place. And at the end of the day, we are all working to achieve our individual differences does not affect the fact that we are all working for a
It
common
is
goal.
because it's showing a lacuna with all this, there's a loopholes.
No. Supreme, there are no loopholes. Hold on, can I address that real quick? So the fact that we have individual differences does not mean that we have different goals. We are all fighting for a common goal.
I understand that. I'm not saying you have different goals, but I'm saying she would have been in a better position.
No,
for
she
example, you are only you see you are putting sentiment to it. I believe if Baba is working with me, he would have been in a better position, even though we are working towards the same
For a
goal.
common goal. Yes, I get you.
But I think he would have done if I'm the one that is going with Baba to all his interview, they would have been better produced. That's what I meant. That's all I'm saying.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion, Supreme, and that's fine. We're all allowed our opinion. At the end of the day, we might have individual differences, irreconcilable differences, but we're fighting for a common goal. And that's all.
Do you remember a video where Mohbad had Liam on his back while he was cooking?
Monroe,
Right?
please hold on.
Mommy put Liam on her back and look after Mohbad. Is that too much to do at that point where he needed her most?
Monroe, can I ask you a question? Are you married? Has your husband ever been ill?
I am happily married and he has been healed and I've been his backbone from
And don't worry about that. Don't give us all the details. Now, the last time your husband was sick, what happened to him? That he was admitted at the hospital?
He's never sick, to be honest, but headaches here and there have been supportive, yeah.
Okay, has your husband ever had to be admitted at the hospital, or your children, has any of them ever been admitted at the hospital?
No, because they're never sick.
Do you have any family member that has been admitted at the hospital and you had to go offer them support?
To be honest, once. Yeah, just once. My mom, yeah. She was sick. I went to the hospital and it was
What was her diagnosis? What happened to her? If you're happy to share.
She just had I think she had what's it called? Migraine, those constant headache, and that was it, yeah.
So what treatment did they think was suitable for her?
Why does that matter? What does that have to do
Why all
with
these questions?
It's leading somewhere. Please.
Somewhere, at least.
Listen, they gave her paracetamol and that was it. So anything else?
Paracetamol.
Yeah.
So your mom had headache. She went to the hospital. You offered. You went to support her in the hospital.
Cluster headache. Yeah, cluster headache. They gave her just paracetamol and sent her back home. Yeah.
And they gave your mom just paracetamol and sent her back home.
And they sent her back home. Yeah.
And they sent her back home. Okay, beautiful. And Amore, from the sound of it, I can tell that you're either in your mid-30s or in your late 30s, right?
Whatever you call it, that's fine.
Whatever I call it, I can tell from the sound of your voice. Okay, it goes to show that you are probably not the most ideal support person for somebody who is ill. Can I finish? Can I finish? No, let me finish. Okay. So you may not be the most ideal person to support somebody who is ill and who is on admission at the hospital.
Abefe, I would not accept that. Abefe, I am. Listen to me, Abefe. No, I'm not going to let her finish. She would not be rude to me and expect me to keep quiet. Absolutely not.
How is that?
No. It is rude.
This is reality. You have made a judgment based on what you perceive.
Let me finish what I have to say.
Question that is personal to you too.
I'm asking, yes, because I'm personal to me. And I'm not.
So you should
Don't mute me. Do not mute me. Do not mute me, okay? If you want to pass your message across, you can do that without being.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that I am saying that you are not the. If you write Abefe, as I was saying, Monroe, I said, you see, looking at it, I do not think you're the most ideal person to be a support person. Because for somebody who has been alive for more than 30 years, I'd say like 30 something years, and you're saying to us on this panel, you're here judging a woman who, number one, has been with a guy who was severely assaulted, bashed, literally every single time. by industry cabals or industry gods or whatever we want to call them. And this young girl has been the one caring for him, looking after him, incident after incident after incident after incident. We're talking about nothing less than 5 solid incidents. You know, they've had
put the baby in her bag and do the due diligence and support Mohbad, but she chose not to. So she has a duty of care to Mohbad. So it has nothing to do with what I think, what you think about me. This is about women. She chose not to do the right thing.
Over you.
Can I finish? I'm leaving my conversation somewhere, but you're not letting me finish.
Not allowed.
But I will go back to where I started from.
You cannot attack my personality and expect me to keep quiet. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. This is about Wunmi not being a responsible wife. Wunmi should have been sued for negligence. That is the point.
Why don't you put...
You should be sued for negligence.
You are not even a suitable, you're not a responsible, suitable person to offer support to somebody.
My fellow Nigerians.
Wunmi is number one suspect. Let that sink in.
How do you now sit here and talk about somebody who should do this, what she should do? Oh, support in your hospital. So how do you want to advise?
Good morning, ladies.
Mohbad was already dead before she took her to the hospital. She took her to the hospital. She was already dead. He was
already dead. Let's instill a bit of decorum into the process. I've been listening to this.
Advice?
I've been listening to this.
Feels like you've never been in that shoes.
Okay, Abefe. I've been listening to
this. Actually, she took her. She took him to the hospital when he was already dead. When he was already dead, brought in dead.
Monroe.
Okay, let's calm down a bit. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Nigerians. This is the IT guy, right? I've been listening to this for hours when King White, because I normally wake up to this process on MFM's platform. And I find it sort of like very informative indeed, because at the end of the day, we need to hear someone's voice. King White, you know, African television, Jomi, even if it's Supreme Iron Lady, all the big names in this process. Now, we obviously got to a place where this whole conversation was hijacked because we thought we were going towards something to do with my scene. Supreme got in, or Botija account, and then we ended up where we are right now. So one question I have for Abefe, gently, are you a solid Wunmi supporter, as you will say, among Wunmi, Abefe?
I am a public advocate for social media matters, and I stand for what is right. I do not cling to one person. Okay. I am here advocating for justice for Mohbad and what is right.
Okay. If we choose by what is right in your narrative, unless it's someone else who have dropped, I cannot believe your advocacy is leaning towards support for Wunmi. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's very correct, because that's what's right.
Okay, I like that. I just need you to kind of look this with simplicity. It's not an attack in any way whatsoever. But given what we know up till this point, given all the conferences and all the radio station or TV station, Baba is said his own, Wunmi is said his own. Now, if you are among Wunmi, and I don't want you to speak for her, if you end up in a position where someone is asking you in this whole process in its entirety up till this moment, what do you think you could have done correctly? If you have to do it again, what is it that you probably would have done correctly to kind of give meaning to this whole process where people are not attacking you or castigating you? So what do you think Wunmi or yourself will have to say to us about what they may have done wrong and what they probably would have done to correct it?
So unfortunately, I can't speak for Wunmi. You're asking me a question for, like, what would Wunmi, what would she have done better? I cannot speak for her. I can speak for myself. I do not think there's anything I could have done better. I have been very civil in my submission and in my, investigation on this whole matter. I do not take anything to heart. I do not take people's words or comments seriously. I engage with people who can be respectful and people who can understand that we do not have to agree on the same thing. You know, we do not have to be on the same page. However, we can disagree and disagree respectfully. And as for Momi, on a very personal note, I personally do not think she's done anything wrong. If I have to speak on her behalf, I would say she has done everything that she should do right. She has maintained her peace, she has been quiet, and she's speaking up at the time that she should speak up. So I do not see anything that she could have done better.
So do you kind of think that she's done something wrong in this process that is actually got the public to, first of all, outcries will be there, and for the public to sort of like bash at the way they do? Do you think she's done anything wrong? Can you identify anything she may have done wrong at any point in time in this process?
No, I do not. I cannot identify anything that she's done wrong. And I cannot say that because, you know, people in the comment section or people who are listening or people who are watchers like you and I, people like you and I have an opinion or bash her over our statement means that she's done something wrong. The same way, Omom, if you think she's getting bashed, everybody who has jumped on justice for Mohbad at one point or the other would have gotten bashed. Baba Mohbad himself, who has said everything that he said from the start of, you know, this whole movement to these very days, has gotten bashed. So if you feel like a mom is getting bashed because she said something, it's not because she said anything wrong or she's done anything wrong, because it is normal. The average Nigerian is a numbskull. So it's normal for them to sit on social media and bash people who they may never see and people who do not care about their existence.
Okay, so I'm going to flip the same question to the other side. What would you have actually thought in this same process that Mr. Joseph Aloba had done wrong or incorrectly?
One of the things that I think he did incorrectly was the stand he took. As soon as his son passed away, he had made the decision to bury his son. Whatever they told him the day he got to the house, he had come to accepting that. He had come to acceptance of, okay, this is what they said happened to my son, and we're going to lay him to rest. Now, the mistake that I think he made was taking to social media to resolve your family conflict. If you feel like something is going on within the family, he is the head of the family. He should have called a roundtable meeting with every member of his family, including Wumi and Liam and our own family or whoever he needs to bring to the table, and have a conversation with them. Now find out, gather all your facts, bring them in, call the police, whatever you need to do, then do it there, but do it within your family. And if it needs to escalate to social media, then you escalate it to social media. But taking to social media to address matters that should have been addressed within your family first is where Baba Mohbad made the first mistake.
So in summary, Mr. Joseph Aloba is done wrong in places, but Wumi is a saint. She hasn't done anything wrong.
Oh yeah, in my opinion, absolutely.
Okay, I rest my case. Carry on, guys.
Abefe, I'm disappointed in you as a mother. I'm disappointed in you. How would you feel being a mother and everything that happened to Mohbad happened and Wumi was your daughter-in-law? How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel? We need to be honest with ourselves. Listen, you can insult me all you like, but the truth remains that Wumi is culpable. Wumi is
You are very
Don't
condescending.
cry. Don't take her seriously.
Good morning, everyone.
never there for Mohbad. She was never there for Mohbad. She left Mohbad.
Abefe has her opinion. Let her speak her opinion. You speak yours.
Why are you crying?
You're not going to be condescending.
Come on, you don't have to cry. Go get a wife.
No.
Stop crying, Pele.
No, you can't. Abefe, don't
I'm so
say
sorry, Monroe. I don't know if I hurt your Lagata. Please hold on, Monroe. I don't know if I hurt your feelings. That wasn't the intention. I'm very sorry if you're really hurt. But you can go use the bathroom now. You can go get yourself a tissue.
Well,
Thank you.
I have listened to you, Abefe, and Osha as well.
Lagata, I know you do a lot of abusing. Can this conversation?
Abusing you. I'm just
No, I just
saying
need to set my
that.
boundaries.
No,
Respectful on
you see,
this part.
you're already
Anybody.
playing the attack. You're already playing the attack.
Because you abuse me, I know how to curse you. And I don't want
You already start to do. See now, have I abused you now? I even said good morning.
I'm just setting my boundaries. I'm just
What
telling
boundaries? You see now, you're just trying
that
to.
I do not want you to be condescending
You
or
are
abuse me.
using
Because if
reverse
you
psychology.
do, I will reciprocate the gesture.
You
That's
are.
all.
Look at what you're doing. You're already preparing yourself because I'm not going to attack you. I've
Okay,
never
I do not want
attacked
to be
you.
attacked, and I appreciate
I've
that.
never attacked you, and you're just trying. I don't know why you're doing that, but it's
Okay,
not
go
fair
ahead.
the way you just spoke to that young lady.
Ṣé yàn sunkún mo dẹ̀ ní kó lọ get tissue? You said
No,
it's
it's
not
not
fair.
fair. It's
Ṣé mo
not
gé
fair.
jẹ ni? Did I bite her?
You have always advocate for or fight against bully, like you said on social media, and it's not fair the way you're speaking. You just said you're having a constructive conversation, and
Yes. What did I do? Did I abuse? Did you
you are
hear her?
entitled. No, you said she's
Lagata,
crying.
he
She should go
was,
and use the
she was,
bathroom and all of that.
did
It's
you
not
hear
nice.
what she said? It's Lagata, okay, hold on. I think you're being biased now. Now, when she unmuted her mic, she said to me, Abife, I am very disappointed in you as a mother. I could have taken that as an offense.
So
And the only thing I said to her is,
Okay.
the only thing I
Okay.
said to her is,
it is not
All right.
the
Let's
only thing I
move.
said to her is, stop crying, go and get a tissue. And you're coming here, you're telling me what I said to her was not
let's
okay.
move
Come on now,
past that.
bro.
Let's
that one
move.
is not
Don't do that.
condescending, Abi.
Let's
It's
move
very,
past
very
that. Let's
nice.
move past
Don't do that, I beg. Don't do that.
IT guy asked a very brilliant question on both sides, and you have just confirmed that Wumi has done nothing wrong in all of this.
Absolutely nothing.
She said in her own opinion, Lagata, what you on
Yeah,
about?
she's entitled. She's entitled to her
Entitled to
opinion.
that. Then if you have other opinions,
Osha, let
you
me
can then
hold on
highlight,
now,
wait,
Osha.
Lagata, before you go on. You
Osha,
can then
hold on
highlight
now.
where Wumi was wrong. Do you understand? No defense, no nothing, no
I am
argument.
not. I am
You
not.
highlight what?
I'm
Don't
just
question why I feel the way I
Go ahead.
feel. That's
Go
exactly
ahead.
how I feel.
look.
Go ahead, Lagata.
Look,
Go ahead. Say your mind.
Abefe, everybody is entitled to how they feel and their submission.
Absolutely.
I have not attacked you on your submission or your how you feel. I'm just trying to repeat the question IT guy asked you, and obviously to know that we are on the same page as to your answers you gave. That you are not supporting anybody, that you're just here to correct and do the right thing in the social space, right?
Can I repeat myself?
Go ahead if you can.
I said I take pride in calling myself a public advocate for social media matters, and I stand for what and who and I think is right. And he asked me, he said, so are you saying that you're supporting Omomi? And I said, yes, I am a firm supporter of Omomi because I believe that she hasn't done anything wrong and she's within her right, and I stand firmly with her. That's exactly what I said, and I do not take any of it back.
Okay, agreed. Like you said earlier, and like everybody is entitled to their opinion, even if your opinion is misleading the public or
Hold
whatever.
on,
No,
just
I'm
one
not
second.
saying yours. Can I
I want
talk?
to say something, not to you, not to you. I want to say
my
something. No, not to you now. I said just give me 1 minute, not to you. I want to address some people. So do you guys know what a public advocate is? So when you come on social media and you take your time to advocate for something, automatically you have become a public advocate. Whether what you're advocating for is right or wrong, as long as it looks right to you, justice for mohbad, we're all public advocates because we were given an open invitation to contribute to this. So one way or the other, we are all public advocates. Public advocates all day. Yeah, go ahead, Jerry. I've just schooled you people. So take that to the bank. You're all public advocates. But some of you are keyboard warriors. You don't have a job, you sit here and you type nonsense. So keyboard warriors are different from public advocates. But go ahead.
Right. I'll be fair. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to the question IT guy asked you, and my opinion. You've just nailed yourself in a way. That is my opinion. Oh, you understand? Saying that in none of this discussion today about what has happened to Aloba's family, including Wumi, Mohbad, and all of that, Wumi has not done anything wrong. That's my personal opinion. That is way, way, way wrong
Okay.
and biased.
Okay.
Now, let us leave everything. I think I joined the conversation from when Gotija was here and all of that. And I've been on the window. Right. It is set to record. Let us go back to what happened in that house after that Mohbad left that show to go back home on their way home. And after that, let us go back to that. So in all of that scenario, Abefe, Wumi has not done anything wrong. I'm not talking about previous relationship, whatever they've had. On that day, Mohbad left that show. The people that was in the car, the wife of Mohbad should be the number one person that is in care of Mohbad. And the vice versa, Mohbad should be number one person in care of the wife. Am I correct?
No, go ahead. Are you
I'm
asking?
I'm asking you, am I correct, Abefe?
What's your question? Go ahead. Ask your question again.
Okay,
What are
I'm
you saying?
asking that who is in care of one another when two couples goes out?
But the two couples go out.
Yeah.
So everybody who was there with Mohbad the night that he was rushed to the hospital, every one of them had a duty of care to him, not just his wife.
If you were to stream it down, who is the most expected to be the care of the partner? The friends? Abefe, you and your husband goes out now. You went out on a night out, and something happened to you. Your enemy. Let me put it that way. Who would take responsibility?
So if I go out with my husband and my sister and two of my friends, heaven forbid something happens to me. The first person who has a duty to me to contact the family and let them know something has happened is Omo Yami Omo Babami, my blood sister. What are you talking about, Lagata? So now they went out in a group and something happened to Mohbad. And you think that his wife is the one who is
Abefe, the moment you have done your introduction, engagement, whatever you have done.
Lagata, can you confirm that Omoumi is Mohbad's legally? Mohbad's wife.
No, they
either
both
legally
said,
or customary.
no, she said that they are not legally married herself.
No, but Lagata, can you confirm that Omoumi is Mohbad's wife?
I can't confirm.
So why are you asking me? So why are you putting so much expectation on her? If you cannot confirm that she's his wife, why are you saying?
I am not putting any expectation.
Hold on now. Hold on.
No.
You just asked me a question.
Don't speak for me now. I am not.
No, you asked me a question. You said who is responsible for him.
Yeah.
No. You asked a question.
Okay. I'll put it, baby. Okay, let me put it, baby mother. Your mother of your child. Yeah, let me put it, baby mother. I don't want to go to the lab because I have no evidence. She said it herself that they are not legally married. She said it herself on the
They are married
TV
under
show.
the customary law.
Oh, I'm quoting what she said on TVC that they are not legally married.
But they are married under the customary law.
I didn't hear that.
But they corrected her immediately. She said it. She doesn't have the knowledge that customary marriage is legal marriage.
You know. Baba Mohbad himself told you.
So you are telling me now, to your own understanding, that your family are the first to take care of your responsibility for whatever happened when you in that situation, right? That is your own opinion.
So listen, Lagata. If Omoumi is the sole person who is responsible for Atokuata Mohbad, why are you people fighting her on social media?
I'm not fighting her. Look, don't let us change the topic. I am asking you that,
and I have answered.
Let us go back to that house.
Omoumi has a duty to Mohbad. Omoumi is not the only person present.
Okay, I agreed. Omoumi is not the only one present in that house. Agreed. And we are nailing it down now. So it's Omo Ìyá àti Omo Bàbá ẹ̀ náà. Ni tí Mohbad bá fẹ́ jẹun, ló máa so oúnjẹ fún, ló máa gbómi fún, ló máa look after ẹ̀, ló máa bá sùn nílé náà, tó bá fẹ́ bára wọn sùn náà. Ọmọ ìyá àti ọmọ bàbá.
Ìyàwó ẹ̀ lè máa bá sùn, but àbúrò ẹ̀ lè gbomi fún, ó lè dáná fún. Like you heard, Adura ló say noodles project the night before. So àbúrò ló ṣe majority of the things you expect ìyàwó ẹ̀ láti ṣe.
There was a time we had this discussion sometimes ago on the Music Private, and it's so difficult to engage you because you are not, personally, in my opinion, you are not being honest.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I like it. That's your opinion. Like, I honestly don't.
I might be wrong, but it's so.
It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong.
I have something I want to throw in the open. And as you know me, I'm dynamic and I don't really care about people's opinion. I just want to stay as neutral as I can. Now, we obviously delve into duty of care. Now, if we take duty of care very seriously, and Abefe made a key point in one instance, when this whole situation ensued, from a family point of view, from a care point of view, we had Omo woman, we had Darosha, and then we have Adura. Despite the fact that there was a fight or no fight at the scene of the event when the whole shenanigan ensued in the car park, this whole thing then kind of progressed all the way home. Obviously, the hospital aspect came into it. Now, she is making a point, and we need to look at the point critically. Why is it that the family in its entirety, as a unit, whether it's Darosha, who is related to Mama Mohbad, and Adura, who is Mohbad's brother, and the wife, why did the three of them actually stay quiet until such time as the whole thing got questionable? Why?
Thank you, IC guy. On that note, I
Do you want to answer on behalf of Wumi? What are you answering?
I'm not answering on behalf of Wumi. Hold on now.
Okay, go ahead.
IT guy has not even, Abefe, can you mute please for a second? IT guy did not even mention Wumi in this question you are just thrown to the air now.
He mentioned Wumi. Don't say that. He did. He said, "Yeah, Mohbad, Adura, Wumi." He did that. Don't say he did not mention Wumi. Were you listening?
I probably missed that Wumi.
Yeah, you did. That's okay.
All right. I am not speaking on behalf because he didn't just mention Wumi. If he did, I didn't hear that. Yeah. I heard Adura, Darusha, Mohbad.
Let me reiterate. Yeah, from a family standpoint, Wumi is married to Mohbad. Darosha is the uncle or cousin or whichever way you want to put it. And then Adura is the brother. The three were there present, and the three witnessed this thing through to a point where maybe Darosha would say, I left at 2:00 and eventually got called out and I came back again. So we have a situation where we have three people who could have notified either Mr. Joseph Aloba or Abosede, and none of them did. So why would you want to blame just one person? That's a point. So how do you address that?
Oh yeah, Lagata. Is that question for me or for Lagata?
IT guy.
Who is the question
the question
for?
is for everybody. It's an open question.
Okay.
It's an open question. Okay.
Abefe, this your attack. You don't.
I'm offensively left when I go down with Lagata. Go ahead.
Let us have a constructive. You don't have
when
to
you finish, I will
me.
respond. I'm not planning to respond. I want to actually mute for you to.
Every time I've meant to talk here, you have just like interjected.
Oh, I'm sorry if you feel that way. I'll mute.
Madam Abefe, calm down.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me.
No, and we don't have to fight. Of course,
we have over 400 people listening that can actually pick one or two things, right? Guy, that's a very good question that you've just asked. Yeah. Number one, Adura, Darusha. Nobody in this scenario we are taking them out of the scene. Of course they are, and that's to take us back. That in a house where there is baby mother. Okay, let me use your narrative. You said she's married to Mohbad. Adura is an uncle to Mohbad. Darusha is uncle to Mohbad, and Adura is a younger brother to Mohbad. I will go with your narration there, IT guy. Of course, Adura and Darusha, they are part of this as well. But it goes down to the person that owns that house. We as Nigerians, we know that women are the ones that take charge of the home, like the house we live in. We know that. Even though men is the head of the family, but women have most of the responsibilities in that house. Wumi said, I cooked rice on that morning or Monday morning, whatever, for everybody in the house, right? And she served everybody. That is responsibility of any wife to do. Look after your husband's brothers, your cousins, even all his friends. That's what they do. So responsibilities to go back to Wumi as in charge of that house. That okay, something happened, blah 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 blah. Then Adura and Darusha on their own side will be speaking out. This is what happened to Mohbad. This is what happened to Mohbad. But the first person that would talk is the wife, because they have intimacy, they do stuff together, they have a son together, allegedly. So at the end of the day, nobody is taking Adura or Darusha out of this. No. But the responsibility of a wife A wife. If IT guy, if your wife say that my husband, I don't like this your friend that is coming and smoke weed in my house. I don't like it. IT guy, you would respect your wife and tell your friend with respect that Lagbajao, please don't. If you want to still come to my house, don't smoke in my house. You will respect that. And if your wife comes home, you will say, Dadua, kí fún dinner, kí say. You are still taking responsibility. You are taking charge.
Sorry, can I come
of that house? So I expect the first person, if I am in my house and something happened to my wife, the first person, the police, even if my wife's younger sister or auntie or cousin is in that house, the first person the police will approach is me as the husband. They will ask me, who are you? My name is Lagbaja, Lagbaja, Lagbaja. Who are you to this person? That is my wife. They will put me separately before even getting to the sister, younger sister or auntie. We all know this, Abefe. You know that as well. So they will ask me because I will be my wife's emergency contact. And that is how we should be, next of kin.
All right. Sorry, let me give my own opinion for that question, right? Because I have a totally different opinion from what you just said. If what IT guy has said is who is the primary person to take care of the husband, I would agree with Wumi. But the question is asking is what you are saying now is Wumi is the primary person to give out an information that something is happening to the parents. So in a house where there's an husband, there's a wife, the husband's brother, the husband's uncle, right? So if something is wrong with the husband at that point, out of those 4 people that I mentioned, who, in your opinion, do you think has the closest relationship to Baba Mohbad and Iya Mohbad? Adura, right? So understand what I'm saying. If it's primary, like for care, like primary person to take care of Mohbad, then I agree should be Wumi. But the point now we're talking about to give out information. So if I'm in a house now, a house where the husband is not feeling well, the wife is trying to take care of the husband. You're asking me, in my own opinion, who do you think should be the first person to call? Is it the wife to call the mother-in-law or the father's son himself that's there present? Daddy nǹkan ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n mi o, kíní kan àwọn ìyàwó wọn dẹ̀ ti ń tọ́jú wọn but ṣe máa wá o. Àbí is it the wife in those two? Adura is the primary person that's supposed to call the father because he has the closest relationship with the father.
J-Boy, quickly, I agree with J-Boy, I agree with you in one part. MFM, please wait. I agree with you in one part. But have you forgotten in Adura CTC, Adura said that Mo's phone was in my hand. And I took that phone upstairs. Adura was not in the bedroom.
Wait, what are you saying? Adura know that is happening.
Adura said that I heard a banging noise and I ran upstairs.
Okay, let me say this thing. Adura was there from the
answer me first. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware, but calm down. I'm aware. But I want to tell you something, right? Adura was present in everything that happened in the house. Adura was there when the fight happened. Adura was there when the nurse came. So Adura knew everything. Whether I was downstairs or was upstairs. What I'm trying to say is, at that point, he knew his brother was not feeling right. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if you're telling me primary person to take care of Mohbad is the wife, obviously. But now you're telling me in a house where Aburo or Kowanle, the wife is there. The wife is probably going helter-skelter to know how to like call nurse, do all of that. And the brother is there. And the brother had not put up a call to the father that you go and share bomb you. And now you want to blame somebody. You are saying the first person you blame is the wife. You even if at all you don't want to say the first person to blame is Adura. There's no how for me. In short, for me, if you're not going to put them on the same scale, Adura is the first. For me, Adura is the first person to call the father because at that point the wife is taking care of the husband. He is downstairs doing what?
J-Boy, me and you was not in the house, right? And obviously we don't know what position or what anybody was on that day.
Okay, Alagata, hold on.
Sorry, Abefe. In my submission,
please hold on. Let Abefe go on, please.
Yeah, I have never excluded Adura and Darusha in all of this I've just said. You understand? So anybody in that house, all of them on that day, yeah, have all responsibility. But I don't need responsibility you.
Kò sí nǹkan kan tó
Yeah,
jẹ́ jù. There's nothing like jù.
Lagata, my point is there is no ranking in responsibility to give
There's
out
no ranking,
information. There's no
exactly.
ranking. In responsibility to give out information, there is no. If it's to take care of him now, there is ranking. But responsibility to give out information, there's no ranking for that.
Now, Lagata, can I also just correct something? See, and I said this to Supreme as well. I like it how you people make reference to the CTC only when it is convenient for you. Because you see, if you're going to cancel, if you do not want to take everything in the CTC, then it is wrong for you to pick and choose, to have selective acceptance. Like, oh, I'm going to accept this part because he said this. I'm going to accept because I know that.
No. I'm making reference to the answer J-Boy asked. No, I'm not. I'm not discussing that.
Made reference to the CTC.
I'm just making reference to that.
I know that.
We don't have to go back and forth on that, Abebe, please.
I know. I'm coming back to the same thing. I'm just saying that in response to you making reference to the CTC, I know that there are lots of things that were said in the CTC by Baba Mohbad himself that the majority of you disagree with. Like currently, you guys are going with the narrative that he died on a Monday, even though Baba confirmed in the CTC that he died on a Tuesday. So again, don't pick and choose what you want to. Is it that we take everything in the CTC and we do our due diligence to then
Baba was only going.
Stop interrupting me now.
Baba was only going.
Can you stop interrupting now, please?
Lagata, wait now. You know when you were talking, I muted my mic. So if we have to go with the CTC, let's go with everything in the CTC. Now, I want to also call your attention to something. Going to the question that IT guy asked. Now, an incident happened to Mohbad, okay? And it was not such a big incident because in my mind, I'm of the opinion that if whatever happened at that party that night was such a big deal, that Mohbad sustained an injury that was so big that, got everybody scared and put everybody in this panic state. Number one, somebody should have reached out to the family, either the mother or the father. Okay? Now, the second thing was, even when Iya Mohbad called Wunmi the other day, the question Wunmi, the next day, the morning after the show, the question Wunmi asked him was, has anybody called you? Oh, Mohbad and somebody got involved in a fight, but it's okay. Again, Adura himself confirmed that Spending rather confirmed that Mohbad came downstairs that day. So all of this, there are a few things that were said in the CTC that confirms that Mohbad was good. Yes, he had an injury. Yes, the hand was swollen, but there was nothing concerning that was happening in that moment that they felt that they needed to notify his family members. Because yes, if Mohbad was in such a bad state, bleeding profusely, as the word that was used by the police and is being misinterpreted to be a big pool of blood all over the house or everywhere and was literally draining. Okay?
What is the meaning of profusely, Abebe?
Hold on. Profuse, do you want me to Google it? Profuse can be used in different contexts. Please. Now you can listen, Lagata, hold on. You can cut yourself on your thumb and you can use the statement and say, I accidentally cut myself in the thumb and I bled profusely on your thumb.
Let me just help you in that. Profusely simply means like constant flow of blood from an injury.
Literally.
Right? Whether a big injury or a small injury.
Whether it was short term or long term.
In as much as the blood is flowing.
Doesn't necessarily have to mean that the person bled for hours. Because if you want to use
blood is flowing,
if you want to use and J-Boy, listen, if you want to use profusely in the context of what happened to Mohbad, then it means you are telling us that from the time that Mohbad had punched that window and started bleeding, he bled all through till the next day that the police came. Now, if he bled profusely, like you said, he bled a lot and the bleeding just kept going and bleeding profusely, Mohbad would have probably been in some form of emergency that he probably would have needed to take him to the hospital. So now my point is this. Now, because this injury was not so great, was not such a big deal, the family, even the brother himself, did not think anything big of it. And that's why he probably did not notify family, right? Now, let me now go back to you saying who is most responsible for him. I have had times where I had my child and I'm married one, my husband was unwell, and his brother who came to visit had to be the one to take him to the hospital. And I was home looking after a child. And at that time, my child was way past 5 months. But I was not just in the right place to get up and say that I want to support him to the hospital. Who had to do it? His brother. and I had one duty alone. Báwo ni gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ? Ṣé àlàáfíà ni? Kí ló wá sọ? Ṣé tí attend sí? Okay, okay, that's good, that's fine. Okay, ẹ ṣáà jẹ́ kí n mọ bẹ́ ṣe ń lọ. I am telling you now that even when they came back, I did not ask them pé, so abẹ́rẹ́ wo ló wá fún? Kí lorúkọ abẹ́rẹ́ náà? How many dosage? How many percentage of kíní kan? Okay, kíní kan mycin, okay, amoxicillin. How many percentage? How many kíní kan? Kíní strength, kíní this, kíní that. All I know is that he needed to go to the hospital. Somebody had supported him and had brought him back. God forbid, heaven forbid, something happened when they went to the hospital and they passed away. Will you now come back and tell me that I, the wife, nursing a baby at the time, had a duty of care to make sure that my husband got to the hospital safe and sound, knowing that I had a child, and knowing that there's another able-bodied family member that was present with us in the household at the time? Now, let's relate it back to justice for Mohbad. Whatever happened...
Before you relate it to justice for Mohbad, sorry, I beg your indulgence, my sister. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Right. When someone is bleeding profusely, it means someone is losing a large amount of blood quickly. This can be a serious medical condition that may require immediate attention.
A serious
Hold on.
Medical condition is different.
Hold on. It often indicates a severe injury on a medical issue where the blood vessels are damaged, leading to excessive blood loss. If someone is bleeding profusely, it is important to call for help and try to stop the bleeding by applying pressure to the wound until the medical assistance arrives. Now, Abefe, when the police use the word profusely, that means they have seen the incident or what happened in that house, or what they were told, or whatever, how they come across to use that word profusely, because they are letting us know that Umi said that injury on Mohbad's hand is a very minor injury. That's not tiny one. So there's no way we can compare that tiny injury with somebody bleeding profusely. Collaborating with what, hold on, the J-boy, hold on, Babek, with what Baba Mohbad and Fola Shade said about a duvet soak of blood. Now, Abefe, one simple question I want to ask you with all honesty and the fear of God in this Ramadan. That injury on Mohbad's hand, do you believe that hand there can actually bleed profusely on that particular day?
No, absolutely not. Lagata.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Lagata, so let me thank you for going and for checking it online, and I will also give you a few instances online as well. Okay. Now, when I say I offer a profuse apology, Lagata, are you going to tell me that I offered the apology for a very long time? I stayed there and I was apologizing to you for hours. Is that correct?
It's not in this content, Abefe.
No, but is that correct?
I'm not going to relate it to this. I just want to say on this.
You asked me a question and I answered you now.
I know now, but I want to.
Not relating it to
I don't want to leave the line of my thought because I have further explanation on profession.
You see, when I was talking, you interrupted me.
Let me interject. Let me interject. Hold on, Let me interject a little bit. Okay, so because thing is,
I don't like the fact that we're
adults
not
and we are adults and we're very intelligent people. If you listen to the police public conference, it bled profusely, but the bleeding stopped. So go back to it again. It's been played severally on various platforms, but the bleeding stopped. How do you stop profuse bleeding? By putting pressure on it and putting bandage around it. It will be painful for the recipient, but the bleeding will stop. Now, if you open that plaster or bandage again, if the bleeding itself hasn't started clotting, it will carry on a bit, but not as bad as originally experienced. So, but the police said it bled profusely, but the bleeding stopped. So we need to take. Hold on. We need to take that into. Let me land. So we need to take that into context. Now, if the wound inadvertently picked up some kind of bacteria, and that particular wound then developed into something else, the bleeding had already stopped at some point, because when you put pressure on the bleeding, when you get home and you take the pressure off, there's a possibility, if it's sort of like a nerve that is hit, that it will bleed a bit until they try and control the bleeding again.
IT guy, we know all that.
We should always remember the fact that it bled profusely, but the bleeding stopped.
Okay, IT guy, can I ask you a question, please? Was there anyone present at the house at the time that, from when the incident happened to when they got to the house? Can you please confirm that there was anyone present that confirmed that Mohbad bled profusely?
Well, look, if police interviewed people and they look at the context, police will only deal with the severity. They need to take it to a severity height and announce something to severity level, because that is the most severe situation. So someone in their narrative. Hold on. Let me land. Someone in their narrative, when they hold on,
does not necessarily mean that the matter was that severe.
I'm not opening an argument.
No. I disagree with your statement.
The police will still mention the severity of that
I
bleeding.
asked you a direct question. IT guy,
yes.
With the CTC and everyone that went to the coroner inquest, those who were present at the time of the incident, did any one of them mention that
all you need to do
can I answer that question?
Hold on, Lagata. Look at it intelligently. Hold on, let me finish. If you look at it intelligently, the police gave the conference, not the CTC. Maybe at that point in time, even the inquest hasn't opened. All the police are saying is the information they gathered. So let's not mix the two up.
I only asked you.
Can I answer that question, Adefe?
I have read. Hold on now, Lagata.
You asked me a question. I hasn't answered. Let me help him answer it now.
Okay, go ahead, answer.
Right. What was? Can you put that question again so that I will not misquote your question, please?
Was there anyone at the house from the time he had the incident to the time of, him passing away, that confirmed that he bled profusely?
Okay. The answer to that is no. But there was. Hold on. No. Hold on. The answer
like I told you guys cannot be doing this. Hey, you people cannot be talking about.
There was mopping of blood. There was mopping on the floor of cleaning blood, right?
Hold on. Like I said, let me finish. You have answered my question. Don't go too far. So now I want you to realize something, that now the police have had to collate all of this information and statement from everybody, and they've sat down. They've given this to a team of people who will now write what we call a statement of fact. Now, even going by the CTC, there are a few things written in the CTC. There are a few punctuation marks that was used wrongly. So what it means is that whoever was typing, or if the conversation was being transcribed, there were some errors in everything that was written. Now, the fact that the police have come to us to say he bled.
Are you saying there was error in what police said?
And I don't like how you're communicating. Like, at least let me finish. If I finish, you will then get it. So the fact that the police have used, I've not said the police are wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong in the statement of fact, but I'm saying that our understanding and our choice of grammar, I can sit here and say, I think I am being misconstrued right now. And everybody in the comment section would think, I think I'm saying that these people do not have common sense. Okay? So now your understanding of profuse is completely different to my understanding of it. Okay? Now, I have not seen, when I read the statement of fact from the police, I also read the CTC. And in the CTC that I read, I did not see anybody make mention of Mohbad being in a pool of blood or Mohbad bleeding profusely. I acknowledge that I, as an individual, I went on social media and I saw the video of the hand, and I acknowledge that the hand was so swollen, and I acknowledge that yes, there would have been some amount of bleeding. Okay. And yes, if the police had said, oh, this guy bled profusely. I am sensible enough because I read articles and I read when people write stuff and I'm able to say, okay, even though this word is used, it is used in a particular context. The fact that they said, oh, this person is wailing does not necessarily mean that, one first, okay, one jura, male. Wailing, depending on the context at which you use it, can mean different things. So even though the police have said he bled profusely, yes, he bled. He had a certain amount or a significant amount of bleeding, and then that stopped. But the fact that they used the word profusely and the way that you guys are taking it, you're making it look like he was bleeding and there was a pool of blood and it was this huge thing. Oshere Eleshe Lowo, of course, he would have cut his hand, he would have bled. But it is not that kind of blood that you guys have now made into this huge thing where the word profusely, it's like when your child uses the word literally and you can tell that, okay, this word is being used in a particular context, but this word can also be used in a different context and will mean a totally different thing. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, Abefe, can we not talk, or you are still vanning the go?
No, J-Boy wants to reiterate.
But two people confirmed to this pool of blood now. Two people, Baba Mohbad and Mohbad's sister.
Well,
Is that
can I answer you? Abefe, let me answer that for him, right?
J-Boy, go ahead.
So you said two people confirmed it, Baba Mohbad and Mohbad's sister. First off, both of them, they were never there. One. The second thing is, hold on. The second thing is, if, right?
What do you mean they were never there?
Let me. They were not there when the whole thing happened. They got there.
Not there. But they got to the house and saw the blood now.
My problem with you, Lagata, is you won't wait like you hear the explanation.
What do you mean your problem with
like
this?
Pinky Fire said, yeah, both witnesses that you are attesting to it are not credible witnesses because they didn't witness it firsthand. They were not there at the time of the incident.
But they got to the house and saw it.
But they were not there at the time.
Sorry,
so they are not credible witnesses to what you are attesting to.
Please let me respond to him. I was going somewhere. To start with, they were not there. The second thing is the injury that happened. Remember, they said he hit like a true blow on the glass. Mm-hmm. So if somebody had thrown blow on the glass, it's going to have. Here the cut is small, not it's a deepened cut. So it's obvious that there will be flow of blood. So even if Baba said there was flow of blood and they saw something soaked with blood, he's right. I'm not saying he's right. Let's put it like that he's right. But that does not mean the way you are saying that he bleeded. Like you are saying that bleed, bath, ejekun bath.
Ejekun blanket soak.
So if they say that they saw blood on the clothes,
I had never mentioned. Hold on. I had never mentioned a bath or a drum of blood.
No, you see context.
No, now you the reason like that.
Context. That's what he said. It's the context. He's just using it as
hold on now, please. Let me respond to J-Boy. J-Boy,
it's not being literal. It's just a
J-Boy. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you as a man now, you want to punch a Prado Jeep. Yeah, you want to punch a Prado Jeep. So if between mohbad and the automatic bar, that is what you are going to use to punch a Prado Jeep.
Lagata, come on now.
I'm asking a question now. I'm asking a question now.
And let me answer you now. Let me answer you.
If you want to punch somebody, I'm a man, and I've motivated that. If I have buy a share, no could ma throw punch.
Like but ma fi no could punch but
let me
okay, hold on, Abefe.
You want answer for your question now.
Hey boy, hold on now.
You asked me a question, I said I should hold on.
What do you question? Just go down with it. Hold on.
Abefe no down the very response Abefe ko to answer question to dot here.
No.
Answer the boy.
So you are telling me now that first of all, me and Mohbad, we are different people. Our temper is different, right? There are people that get angry and they hit the wall. People get angry and they hit their TV with their hands. People can get angry and do crazy things. Me and Mohbad are two different people. You don't know his personality. You don't know what he is outside of his music. So you cannot come and say you are comparing him with what you would do. He can be someone that when he get angry, he hits something. Don't come and say, just don't come here and come and conclude that you know Mohbad. You don't know him, I don't know him. If people there said he hit the glass, he hit it. Because me and you were not there.
I wanted to J-Boy,
I'm not
calm down.
Let's talk family.
Mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ question kan. Like you guys will notice I've been really quiet on this conversation. I wanted to ask Lagata something. Lagata Joshua lè sọ fún gbogbo 300 and something people tó ń wò wá yìí gbogbo wa pátá, you know, like what do you think killed Mohbad? Or kí ló pa Mohbad? Mo fẹ́ kó jọ kó ṣàlàyé fún wa since you have a whole lot of knowledge and because all of us are just talking based on our opinions and the facts that have been put out there that we can draw conclusions from based on whatever we see out there, yeah? None of us were witnesses or
It's a
know
very
what actually
straightforward
happened.
answer. Can I answer
So
the
yes,
question?
jọ sọ fún wa kí ló pa ikú kò ló pa Mohbad.
Okay. Nǹkan tó pa Mohbad yẹ, Osha, are you listening? Nǹkan tó pa Mohbad ni pé gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú ilé yẹn nígbà tí Mohbad kú lé ẹ̀kọ́ sọ fún wa because I was not in the house.
No, but Lagata,
I was not in the house now. I was not in the house.
You are talking conclusively. So,
no, I'm not. No. You are getting
Lagata ló pa Mohbad.
ẹ máa bèèrè lọ́wọ́ Wunmi àtàwọn àdúrà dàbí
Let me come in. Sorry, Lagata, you said people in the house to be the one.
DJ Pami, Wunmi, Adura, Darosha, OJ.
Wait, you said people in the house to be the one. You said people. Can you hear me? You said people in the house be the one to give us.
Answer a question.
K1, I was asking your question.
Hold on, Oshamomo change topic yẹn ni. J-boy farabalẹ̀. Mo bèrè question for lọ́wọ́. Mo ní téèyàn bá gbáyàn lẹ́sẹ̀.
Ẹ yẹ ká padà sórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣàṣàn yẹn.
Ikú ló pa Mohbad. Lagata ló pa Mohbad.
Nígbà irọ́ yìí òyìnbá tọ kámẹ́rà. So wàá sọ pé yàn ti lè gbáyàn lẹ́sẹ̀. Tí ẹ pé ibi tí yàn máa lò lélẹ̀. Torí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
Lagata, I want to say something.
No máa lò. Òṣàdé sọ pé ó
use my line of thought.
Lagata, any sùúrù now.
Give me 1 minute. Let me just say what I'm saying.
No, you have answered the question. You have responded to the answer. Let me respond.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Lagata sọ̀rọ̀.
Àbẹ̀fẹ́ sọ pé ó possible kí yàn gbá glass lẹ́sẹ̀ kọ́wọ́ yẹn já wọlé kó wá lọ gé níbi ibi ọwọ́ yẹn àbí lẹ́yìn tó ti gé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay, ẹ fún wa kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ get through sí window tí ọwọ́ náà pé òun ní ya láti débi tó dé yẹn.
Okay, have you seen Mohbad?
Lagata tó lè ṣe reenactment of scenario.
Wait.
Reenact ẹ̀ fún wa.
Wait, Lagata.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yìí, ọ ti gé yín létí lọ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè gbọ́ ọ̀gọ̀gọ̀.
Lagata ò dẹ̀ ní sùúrù kò gbọ́ mi now.
Okay,
Lagata ní sùúrù.
Okay.
So Lagata ṣe o lè confirm, can you confirm? So Lagata tó bá punch kíni pádùn ẹ̀ tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wá go in, right? Tó punch ẹ̀ tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wá já wọnú ẹ̀ lọ tó já lọ tó wá yọ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ padà tó wá gé níbi apá tó sọ pé ó ti ṣe yẹn. Ṣé the same impact tó máa ní níbi flesh yẹn náà ló máa ní níbi wrist ẹ̀ ni? That's number one. And then secondly, can you confirm to me pé Mohbad ò ní àpá kankan ní nọ́kùlẹ̀?
Abẹ́fẹ́, question tí mo fẹ́ kó béèrè kọ́ ló béèrè. Jẹ́ kó sọ sílẹ̀, the fact of the matter is that people were there when the fight occurred.
Tani Abẹ́fẹ́? Osha, who was there?
Ṣé spending tó ń kọ update? Ṣé wo ka update ti spending?
Spending.
Did he confirm that there was a fight and he punched the
because
the
it was only spending.
Osha, hold on now. Let him answer first. Osha, wait. Lagata, I asked you 2 questions.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you a scenario and I said, I am upset and I am punching the wall of my car now. Timba punch it, tọwọ́ mi bá wọnú lọ. Timba fẹ́ yọ ọwọ́ mi padà. There is a high chance pé ibi apá Mohbad tó ti ṣe yẹn. Wait first. Ní sùúrù now.
Mi fẹ́ gbàgbé.
Question kan náà ni mò ń bi ẹ́. You will answer both questions together, and I will want IT guy to also answer the same question. Now you are a man, you're upset with that rage and that anger, you punch through your glass, and then your hand goes in, and then you're pulling your hand back out of the car, and you sustain an injury. Now, 2 questions. Number 1, how is that impossible? And secondly, how are you sure when Mohbad sustain injury kankan níbi nọ́kùlẹ̀?
Okay, thank you very much, and I would like you to just pay a very good attention, yeah. And I'm going to talk from the angle of facts, yeah. Tíyàn bá gbá window lẹ́sẹ̀ Prado Jeep, yeah. Tó bá gbá Prado Jeep lẹ́sẹ̀ tọ́wọ́ yẹn bá yọ wọlé tó bá wọnú ẹ̀ lọ. Number 1, you will have a wound from your knuckle. Number 2, You are now bringing your hand back out. But over ti já wọnú glass tán, ó wá fẹ́ fà jáde padà. Abẹ́fẹ́ kò ń ṣe ẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ yẹn ló ti máa gé. Sórí iṣan ibi iwájú ọwọ́ báyìí ni níbi iṣan yẹn. Sórí ibi tí tó ti ní injury yẹn. Yeah. Ibẹ̀ yẹn gangan kọ́ ló máa gé. Tó bá wá síbi òkè yẹn ló máa gé. And tó bá máa gé.
Mo fún aláṣẹránsì pé gbogbo glass tó wà lókè yẹn bó ṣe point ẹ̀ gbogbo òkè yẹn kọ́ ló fọ́. Lagata, be logical now.
No, I'm being logical here.
You're not being logical.
Look, I have witnessed this before. Yeah, to
you're not being logical. You're talking as if.
I am being logical. I'm being logical as well.
You're talking as if to bá punch glass.
I don't know to bá punch glass. Don't worry about that. I'm agree with Lagata. You can answer. And then attack your opinion on me. I'm answer to your question. Why you attacking my attention? Why you attacking my answer? Let me talk.
Did you know that I said I agree with this one that you said?
No, I disagree with you. I don't agree with
you. Boy.
Lagata, I disagree with your opinion.
You disagree because you are not a man. Maybe I don't know if you are a boxer.
No, this one says I agree with you.
Anche Aluta those days in Lasu, and a friend of mine.
You mean not Lasu? You are a friend of who?
There's a friend of mine, Kazim. Yeah, Anche Aluta ní Ìbà bus stop gangan ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀.
Lọ́dún wo nìyẹn o jàre?
Ó fẹ́ bèèrè lọ́wọ́ Google. Ó fẹ́ gbá
Alagata ṣe fẹ́ máa rúdù
now. Abẹ́fẹ́ ní
sùúrù. Tó gbádùn ọmọ bóyá mo mọ Kazeem tó ń sọ ni mo ṣe
I'm not joking. Ó wá fẹ́ gbá.
I went to Lasu as well. That's why I'm asking. Maybe I know the Kazeem you're talking about.
Lasu, okay, mo ti gbọ́.
Great.
So ó wá fẹ́ gbá driver yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀ pé kó dúró afẹ́ wọnú bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn wá fẹ́ wọlé. Abẹ́fẹ́ níwájú Ọlọ́run tí a gbọ́dọ̀ pè jẹ́ rírọ́ bó ṣe gbá driver window yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀ báyìí ọwọ́ ẹ̀ já wọnú window yẹn. This is like Fedeco ni o ó já wọnú window yẹn sórí tó fẹ́ yọ ọwọ́ yẹn padà báyìí sórí iṣan ọwọ́ ẹ̀ níbi àyẹn ó gé ni tí iṣan yẹn gé ó gé big injury torí nọ́ọ̀kù ẹ̀ yẹn náà nọ́ọ̀kù ẹ̀ ya ó ya bárabàrà so now tí Mohbad bá gbá Prado yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lóòótọ́ tí ọwọ́ Mohbad bá rọra kékeré tó ní just small injury tó níyẹn Abẹ́fẹ́ number one they left Ikorodu to Lekki driver nínú tó wa mọ́tò yẹn àwọn spending gan sọ there was no single blood in that car tó gbé lọ lé padà yẹn Abẹ́fẹ́ tó bá gbá window lẹ́sẹ̀ tó bá yọwọ́ ẹ̀ padà iṣan máa gé ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ orí báyìí ni ta rọ́ọ̀ṣì Kazeem lọ tó.
How do you know that there was no blood in the car, Lagata?
Wọ́n sọ náà ẹ̀jẹ̀ òṣè Liam tọ́nà gbé Liam sí ìjà.
Ibo ló ti sọ pé kò sí blood. Where did you hear from that?
Kébi tẹ́jẹ̀ wà náà lọ máa gbé Liam sí lẹ́yìn ìgbẹ́.
Kí lè sọ yìí?
Ṣé mo lè béèrè nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ Lagata? Lagata.
Ṣá mo ń gbọ́ yín gbọ́.
Injury tó wà lọ́wọ́ Mohbad yẹn kí ló fi kó pọ̀ sí ẹ̀?
Èmi ò mọ torí ọ̀sà.
Kí ló fi kó pa Mohbad?
I was not there.
Ẹ̀bọ̀ kí ló fi kó pa Mohbad? Irúkú wo ni Mohbad?
Wùmí àtàwọn àdúrà Dàrúṣà ló lè sọ fún mi àti ẹ̀ òṣà.
Let me quickly.
Wùmí àtàdúrà ló lè sọ fún wa. Wùmí àtàdúrà.
So báwo ìgbà tán ní pé
nǹkan tá à ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ kọ́ wá sọ fún wa
ó gba Prado nìyẹn
so
báwo ló ṣe fi pé Mohbad wá sustain irú injury yẹn.
tẹmọ òun náà là kò yé wa náà ní afẹ́ ọ̀run ravu ẹ̀ náà.
àná Lagata ó mọ̀ you know talk like that. Na wetin you know.
No. Jẹ́ kí J-Boy béèrè question lọ́wọ́ Lagata.
You are not writing to him. You already asked him that what do you think killed Mohbad and he has said he does not know. There are the people in the house that will tell you. So my own is now, the people in the house, they've already told you. Why are you not believing them? Why are you still thinking it is what is in your head that happened?
Hold on, no. Who told you what?
Adura have told you. Wunmi has told you.
What did Adura say? J-Boy, hold on. Kí l'Adura má pariwo. Kí l'Adura sọ ṣàlàyé fún mi.
I have the CTC lọ́wọ́ tó bá fẹ́ jọ ká.
Kí ni Adura sọ? Kí l'Adura sọ? J-Boy.
Wait now.
Àdúrà ní nọ́ọ̀sì fún lábẹ́rẹ́
anything other than nurse fún lábẹ́rẹ́.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé lọ sí hospital.
Tó bá ní nọ́ọ̀sì fún lábẹ́rẹ́ ṣe bí kọ́kọ́ máa ṣèyàn kọ́kọ́ tó fún lábẹ́rẹ́ àbí kí ló ń ṣe tó fi fún lábẹ́rẹ́.
Àdúrà ní ó
bá owó ẹ̀ náà ni kí ló tó yẹ pé nọ́ọ̀sì.
Ṣé the same injury tí Wùmí sọ fún wa pé kékeré báyìí pé kí ni ẹ̀ kò lè pé injury
ìgbà tí pathologist read report injury mélòó ló ní wà lára ẹ̀.
Lagata kí ló ní tó ṣe máa ń ṣe báyìí? Why you doing this?
Injury ìgbà tí pathologist report.
Coming back in before because Abefe mentioned that what is my take
You
on
are only coming back in,
punching,
okay, to
punching
respond to
the
that question. Okay, go
punching
ahead.
the window? Okay, if you just give me a bit of time, yeah, I'm not going to take long. Okay, now if we look at the whole situation, we look at the compound in the windows you have in vehicles. Now, Lagata mentioned something about if it's Fedeco or Molue and all that kind of stuff. Now, the type of windows they put on the side of those vehicles are like plastic. They are kind of like just reinforced to literally just do the job. Now, if you apply pressure on it, whether it's a hammer or anything you inflict on that type of glass, it will kind of crack. And obviously, because it cracks when your punch goes through it, it will tear into your entire hand. From all your fingers and everything will be lacerated. There will be gashes everywhere. Now, if you punch a vehicle such as a Prado or any other normal executive vehicle, the window or the glass is reinforced in such a fashion that although it cracks and it tends to shatter, so at the point of impact, if inside the vehicle all the windows are up because you have air conditioner running or whatever the case may be, there's a pressure inside that vehicle already that can actually cause an impact on a glass to kind of put a marginal pressure on that glass for it to break because there's pressure inside. Now, if that shatters, it means your punch goes through it because it's shattered at that point in time. At the point of your arm going in or you trying to retract your arm, there's a possibility that you can be grazed by the glass on the side. But the point of impact with that punch would have shattered the glass for your punch to go through, but either extending your arm forward or outwards, you can then be grazed by the side of the glass. So it is possible. It has got nothing to do with a strength. It's got nothing to do with whether you are a boxer. It's just sort of like the pressure inside the cabin, given that the base that is punched is the one that is giving that pressure. The resonance, the sound resonance inside that vehicle can kind of resonate towards where the pressure is inflicted. But by the time the punch goes through, the glass shatters, but it's just the side of the arm can be caught on the side of the glass. So that is
Thank you so much.
possible. That is possible. Now,
Thank you.
and having said that, the last thing I then want to, and also don't forget that there may not be blood inside the vehicle if the blood was controlled, as in pressure is put on it before it got into the car, because the police did say it bled profusely, but the bleeding stopped. So there's a possibility that they put pressure, wrap something around it, put pressure on it. It got into the car. That may be the reason why there won't be blood inside the vehicle. Now, having said that, Lagata, I want to ask you a question. It's not a trick question, right? Given what we know, and given Mr. Joseph Aloba's submission and the entry in the CTC, can we agree that there is no pool of blood?
Lagata on mood too.
Lagata sọ̀rọ̀ o.
Lagata. Lagata. Big girlie. Big.
Agatha, ó dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. À ń dúró.
Àtẹ̀kọ́ tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ kò jẹ́ ká rọ́rọ̀ sọ. Wọ́n ti béèrè simple question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí kò lè dáhùn.
Ó lóun wà lórí kọ́ọ̀lù.
And the majority
Ìwọ
of
ni
the time.
Lagata kúrò lórí kọ́ọ̀lù ẹ kó o padà wá
And the
sọ̀rọ̀.
majority of the time, these Prado cars, their glasses are usually, majority of the time, they are either laminated glass or tempered glass.
Wọ́n ló ti lọ pe Corona. ẹni tó kọ kọ́mẹ̀ntì yẹn yẹ bad guy.
Ṣebo send mi ní message nísinsìnyí pé o ò lè
Mo
sọ̀rọ̀.
jókòó sínú mọ́tò, ó yẹ kí n wà nínú gym látẹ̀kọ́. Inú mọ́tò mo wà, èké tí fẹ́ pa mi. And I didn't even get a chance to speak.
You guys,
But you guys have said everything, so there's no point.
I just want to. Anytime I was on show, the mama can comment. Do you actually think when you abuse people, it does anything for them? It doesn't. Like, it absolutely doesn't. People will stay in the comment section and you'll be typing, you'll be abusing people. And you think they should be pissed or they should be upset. I find it very funny. I only worry sometimes and I wonder what's happening for you guys at home. But honestly, if coming to the comment section and abusing us makes you feel good, please do it every single day. Like, just go and do it. As long as it makes you feel good.
No wonder I will not see for the rest of my life. I will not be bothered about what.
And I just started, yes. So,
Greatest last
rights.
Lagata, IT guy, no.
IT guy, what was your question? Sorry, I was on the
Niger
call.
style.
Okay,
Don't
first
worry,
of all,
don't
Lagata, did you listen to my narration about
I did. I did.
So
yeah.
now my question
Literally went to confirm with the corona.
Yeah, so my question to you is given what we know, and we know the complainant obviously is the one we're looking out to, and if we look at the evidence based on blood being cited, can we agree that there is no pool of blood?
I will not agree to that. I would agree.
You fire away.
I would agree to what Mohbad father said, and Mohbad's sister said it as well. Wunmi, ṣé o fẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí bàbá Mohbad rí yẹn, ṣé o fẹ́ sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí? Torí pé a kàn rò pé, you understand? So I was not there. No, look. I'm only going to.
Is she a credible witness? Did she see anything?
Oh my God. She was so
Is she a credible witness?
I was not there now.
Was she inside?
Allegedly.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on.
That's the right
Hold
word.
on. Allegedly what Folashade.
That's the key word.
What Folashade said. Hold on. I just answer a question. IT guy.
No, now you have answered. Let me just ask you my question. You said no.
That's buttress. When you answer questions, you have to buttress it. You understand? You can feel my own is articulate. You see, Folashade àti Baba Mohbad, they both confirmed. And if Folashade happens to be Baba Mohbad's younger sister, then I'll probably like, okay. But it's coming from two different, offspring. So I'm going to say, I believe what they said.
Lagata, can I ask you an honest question?
No.
Did you read? No, this is straightforward. Did you read the CTC? Did you read the CTC?
Yes, I have the CTC, yes.
Last one, Tony Village Campus. Don't whine me.
So,
àwọn lásìkò gbẹgbẹ
and I won't be.
ẹ̀yin lásìkò gbẹgbẹ.
Let me ask you this. You are not letting me ask him my own question.
Osha, please go to the gym. I beg. Go do and work out.
I wanted to ask you, Lagata.
Osha, go and work out first.
And straightforward. I've been sat in my car since forever. Now, if you look at the CTC, when it comes to the issue of the blood stain, Baba Mohbad mentioned stain, yeah, and publicly everyone kept full of blood. So he himself in the CTC attested to blood stains. But when you, general public, want to talk about the issue of the blood, then it becomes a pool of blood, as though there were drums of blood.
Osha, got me gbọ́ only duvet yẹn dàbí Kampala. Last Baba's interview, he said the duvet in Mohbad's bedroom dàbí Kampala ni. So and we all know Kampala láyé ìgbà yẹn. Osha,
I give up.
Kampala.
Hold on.
Go on.
I want to now throw this question to you, and I also want to throw it to IT guy. Now, as a father, you walked into a house and you saw a duvet. To that be Kampala. To suggest that the duvet was soaked with blood. And when you got there, you saw your son lying under the staircase like he claimed, and he asked what happened. And Omoumi, like he said, explained what happened to him, whether the nurse explained, whether Adura explained, whatever, whoever it is, Shade explained. So the explanation was good enough for him, and he decided to go and bury his son. Now, my question is this. If you walk into a house and you see a pool of blood, IT guy, my question is to you first, before Lagata. Do you think it is, like, does it click? Does it do it for you to know that Baba Mohbad walked into that house, saw a pool of blood, his son's pool of blood? You, IT guy, if you were to give him an advice in that moment, what do you think should be the best and the next line of action for a father walking into a house?
Can I answer before I think, guys, so that I can
That's
jump
me,
on the phone?
Lagata.
No,
You
Lagata,
need
let
to mute
IT guy
yourself.
answer the
You need to mute yourself. You see, given the circumstances that we already know, for me, naturally, even a stain on a handkerchief will cause me to want to dig further. So the magnitude of blood or the stain or whatever it is I see, I will believe there's a foul play somewhere. I definitely will want someone to explain to me the association between the blood and the bite body. Thank you.
Okay, so do you think that the explanation that Baba Mohbad has come to public with, that he was given the day he got there and saw the pool of blood, do you think that explanation, you as a person, would that explanation be good enough for you to then proceed to go and bury the child?
No, I personally would have just got the police involved.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Lagata, let's hear your own voice of reason. Thank you, IT guy. Lagata, yeah, go ahead.
All right,
No,
thank
yeah.
on. Mo ti fẹ́ sáré attack, ojú mélòó reverse
No,
psychology.
me attack.
Farabalẹ̀.
No, press of
Look,
confusion tell me, but
okay,
man, worry.
okay. At the end of the day, yeah, like I've said, I think we've had this discussion on IT's guys platform before. Look, we are not going to understand unless we are in that shoe. And this is from my angle. When something happens to someone and you step into that house, number one, we have seen so many instances where your memory will just fly off.
Ah, wow. Messi Bawashe, wow now.
I'm giving my opinion. It's true. Ìgbà tó jábàálé oníkálukú ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni, right? You have different pain, different feelings.
So memory baba le follow, but memory Wunmi ò lè follow. Wow.
Orí bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ń ṣe, ó béèrè question rẹ̀ tí ń sáré. You know, at the end of the day, Baba wọnú ilé, yeah, whatever happened, whatever is going on in his head, whatever, nobody knows. But one thing that is sacrosanct in your music.
I jump scared them but look at Joe.
Baba
I jump scared but look at Joe.
Baba is the only innocent man in all of this thing in that house. He was not there. So nǹkan tó pa ọmọ yẹn, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ bó ṣe wọlé kò yé náà tó bá yé ọmọ kan tó ń go through mind there at that particular time. Like I said, nobody is perfect in life. And that is the honest truth. But at least come out and say the truth.
So why are you not cutting Wunmi some slack? If you acknowledge that nobody is perfect.
Lagata, just a quick one. Just a quick one for you. Just a quick one for you.
IT guy, let me finish my line of thought, please. Abefe, from last year November to this moment we are talking, all decisions that you have like made in the last December or November to this moment, gbogbo ẹ ló correct, gbogbo ẹ ló accurate, ló right.
It depends in what area of my life are you talking
about? In all areas, all angles.
God, I don't think I've made any choices that I regret. From that time you mentioned till now,
I didn't use the word regret though.
I probably made mistakes. I don't think so.
You are very perfect.
Sorry, let me quickly say something, please. Even if you had made mistakes,
I'm not a child.
Let me quickly say something.
Before I go ahead.
Even if you had made mistakes this year, it's not a kind of mistake where the breadwinner of your family, you suspect that your breadwinner of the family somebody killed him, and went to bury him without involving the police.
So where
That
was
is,
you?
you
Where
saying
was
that
you when?
you saying that
Where,
maybe his memory loss. I
where
don't
I didn't say it's no.
Rubbish.
Don't carry that kind of narrative. I didn't say his memory lost. I am
said his
thinking.
memory fly
No.
off.
I'm not. I'm not. Look, let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you something. Let's leave jokes apart. Yeah. Kó tó di pé bàbá yẹn délé yẹn, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ilé yẹn, kí ló pa Mohbad? Abẹ́fẹ́, kí ló pa Mohbad tí bàbá yẹn tó dé nínú ilé yẹn rárá whatsoever? What happened in that house?
Okay, listen.
Nǹkan tá à ń béèrè nìyẹn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Báwo ló yẹ ṣẹlẹ̀?
Before I ask you a question, IT guy, please go ahead and ask Lagata your question.
Okay, Lagata, as much as I will not wish this on anyone at all, and I actually understand emotions, I understand element of shock, yeah? So let's just drop this. You saw your child on Saturday. Okay, whatever the case may be, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, it doesn't matter, right? Now, I don't wish it on anyone, but if you were in Mr. Joseph Aloba's shoes, will burying that guy at that point be your number one priority?
IT guy, again, you're still going to go down to the same thing. I have never been in that shoe, and I don't even wish it on my enemy to be in that shoe. You can only react when the thing happened to you. If that doesn't happen to you,
you need to answer the question. You need to answer.
You're not answering the question. Like,
bro, burying the child at that point is your number one priority.
his memory fly off.
Wait.
You've already found out. Hold on. Let me lay emphasis. You've already found out, according to Jew, that something illegal and something unreasonable has happened. He has been embalmed. You've already found that out in the process of your confusion and whatever emotional impact that has on you. So you've already found out in the process where they're also trying to engineer a fact that there's nothing wrong with him, that you can go back home. And with all that emotions, at some point, Blessing called you and told you your son is quiet, even though they are trying to tell you to go back home. You eventually went through the side of the house and got there. Then you saw a bit of stain of blood. But your number one priority is to bury your son.
That was not his number one priority. Get the facts right. That was not his number one priority. Going to the police station, the police refused to answer. The police refused to answer him. What was he going to do next, Mr. IT guy? If that was you in that situation, whereby the police did not attend to you, what would you do?
Now to ask you a question.
What I will do, what I will do is to go to the police station.
You will say that now because you are not.
Don't speak for me. Let me finish. I need to finish. I will go to. Hold on. But can you listen to me? Mr. DeStefano said, and I quote. Hold on. Lagata, you need to calm down. You can't be the only one talking. Mr. DeStefano said, hold on. You need to mute yourself for that. Let me finish.
No,
I need to finish.
No, hold on, sir.
I haven't finished before you
IT guy.
Hold on now.
I please.
But let me finish my statement. Let me finish my statement. No, I need to finish my statement. I'm allowing you to do this.
IT guy.
Doing it. Let me finish my statement. Let me finish my statement.
IT guy, ladies first.
But I still need to finish my statement. You are looking at a situation where the man went to the police station and said, I thought they were going to arrest us. What I will do is to say, police, I believe something unusual has happened. I need it investigated. That is what I will say.
Period.
Okay, thank you very much, IT guy. God bless you. And I think that is what I will say too. But until it happens to you right there and there, until it happens to you right there and there, then you can understand the circumstances that moment in time.
Lagata, that's
You're being sentimental.
You can't
Concern. What you just said is exactly what happened, Baba did.
Lagata, you are doing double standard now.
I'm not doing double standard.
I've heard you. Wait,
Baba Mohbad, you are saying his brain don't follow, but it means brain don't follow.
No, stop that. Don't
You
say
know why?
that, brother.
I've heard you say that.
No, don't use that
Wait,
word.
now.
Jebu, whatever your name is.
Okay, sorry.
Stand for
You
what
are
you
being
stand for.
biased. What's wrong with that
Don't
word?
use that word for me, please. Don't use that word.
Okay, I've
He
heard
said you are being biased. That's not rude.
No,
What
I'm
do you
just
mean?
biased.
I've said sorry.
No.
I've said sorry. Let's move past it. So I've
Can we,
heard you.
Lagata
I've heard you. Please hold on.
Lagata, please, can I respond to that question?
Wait,
it's very simple.
respond. Let me say what I want to say. Lagata, I've heard you say.
Mr. Aisha, good morning, sir.
Lagata, I've heard you severally different times say that if it was you, Wunmi should have taken Mohbad to the police. Were you Wunmi that point? Wunmi should have taken Mohbad to the hospital. Sorry. What? Have you not said it before?
Can you bring
That
out
Wunmi
the
should have
evidence?
taken Mohbad to the hospital for
Hold on,
treatment.
show me evidence here. Play the evidence here.
Lagata.
Hold on, no,
So
don't
what
get
I want to
involved.
say is,
Don't get
are you in her
involved.
shoes to know what she's
Don't
supposed
get
to do?
involved.
Olowa negligent.
Don't get involved.
Are you in her shoes to know what Wunmi is supposed to do? That's what I'm saying.
Please now, if two people are having conversation, why is the third person getting
Why is the third
involved?
person getting
Let them
involved?
finish the
That's
conversation
what
first,
it-
Why
please.
not? You don't tell me what
like
to
to
say and what
gamify.
not to say. You do not. You absolutely
Getting
cannot.
getting very unorganized. Yeah, let's have an organized conversation.
Why don't you cannot come up here and tell us how to
Madam,
speak?
let's have an organized conversation. That's what I'm saying.
You cannot
Don't tell
tell
me
us
anything.
how to speak.
Wọ́n ní kọ́ ló ń gbèjà
You
òòṣà,
must come here
wọ́n ní
and
kọ́ ló
tell
ń
us how
gbèjà
to
G-boy, wọ́n ní kọ́ ló ń sọ fún. Let us have a free conversation now.
And free conversation. We're having an open conversation.
Interrupting. You are interrupting.
Pinkie Pie.
See why don't you cannot come up and be giving instructions?
No, he's not giving instructions. He's
Come
just
up
saying that.
basically join the conversation, and you are not letting that happen.
See why don't you've been in the conversation. You've been very unruly. You've been very rude in the conversation.
Okay, Abefe, hold on. Abefe, hold on, please. J-boy, hold on. Let's Mr. Ishak answer that question. I think he wanted to give an answer to that question. Thank you.
Is he answering?
Well done. I greet everyone on this platform.
Abefe, I will drop
First, Lagata, please let me respond to that. When Baba got to the house and he was told about the death of Mohbad, he said they walked straight to the sitting room, to the bedroom or so, and he saw stain of a pool of blood, anyhow you call it. A stain, he didn't say minor or major, but it's a stain on the duvet. And Baba was the one who took the first decision, which was the right decision, to proceed to police station. Baba got to police station. When you get to police station, I challenge the police to give us an incident report. Because if somebody approach a police station, that person is supposed to even be listened to, and whatever is report that is made is documented. They gave him the impression that they were going to give them a report. And what is the purpose of Baba getting that report? Is to be able to take Mohbad to mortuary.
Okay, sir. That's not
that very
that's
day.
not
The police promised to give a report. All of a sudden, somebody walk out.
Go on, sir.
Can I proceed? Can I conclude my own submission?
Right, sir.
Okay. Immediately, a police officer walked out and asked them where the incident.
His network is not good.
I was not even in a position to make any statement other than his observation. There should have been somebody who witnessed it all.
Well, if his network cut out,
okay, my network is breaking.
We'll come back. Let's mute. Go ahead, Isha.
Okay. Baba is in the best. The police is in the best position to even detain everybody. You have seen the corpse. There is no medical report, and they came to a wrong station. A police officer, even if you are not admitting whatever they are telling you, a police officer is supposed to escort them because you have seen that a life is already lost
A police officer is supposed to escort them to another police station. Baba didn't stop at that. He proceeded to mortuary. What happened at the mortuary again? Which means he was taking the right.
Sir, jump now, Baba mi.
Please let him finish.
That's not what we're talking about.
Am I jump sir? Mr. Ishak, with all due respect,
addressed. If he's jumping the gun, let him be corrected.
Mr. Ishak, sir, mo agree pẹ̀lú gbogbo analysis tẹ́ ń ṣe bọ̀, àmọ́ ẹ ti jump sir. At that police station, he was then told that he's in the wrong jurisdiction. Okay. That he needs to go back to the nearest police station. If it's an incident, which is police station by to Sumole Mohbad. So take the body and go back to that police station and go and do your incident report there.
So Mr. Ishak, on jump, hold on. Mr. Ishak is jump, because
don't worry, Lagata, we address that.
Jump with ẹgbẹ́ tó kìtì kẹlẹ́ ọrú yẹn ẹ ti jump ibẹ̀ yẹn náà sà ẹ padà láti.
I'm not even here.
We are talking about significant events. Sir, hold on.
I just want to
police were supposed to ask the body. They were meant to inspect the body.
Not to drive my point towards
the purpose of this conversation is why did he not report that he suspects a foul play? Not why did he not collect a death report or whatever? Why did he not report that I suspect a foul play?
What if he did not suspect? What if he did not suspect and he just thought something was wrong?
Hello, sir.
He suspected a foul play now. He said that he suspected a foul play.
He said there was a pool of blood.
There's a pool of blood. Why did he not report that he suspected a foul play?
Mr. Ishak, my point is, before he then went to
the report?
No.
It's the report at the police station. For you to be able to know if he told them or not. Where's that report?
Many don't sorrow. Talo sorrow. There is there's a silence. Anyway, Mr. Ishak,
where is the report? Where is the report that Baba wrote at the police station for you to be able to whether what he told the police or
you see how you're
if he told the police about blood or not? If he told them about foul play or not? Where is that? Where is that report? Where is the report?
Go ahead and
please
speak.
Can I finish my submission?
Mr. Ishak, and MIT Losa, T.Y. Go on, tell us what you want to tell us. Take the mic. The mic is yours. Because it's like you're good at talking when others are talking. So go ahead. You see, you can't even at if any mic missing. Go sorrow for 10 minutes and sing.
He's only here to object.
Mute. You only know how to get
I'm not here to be talking like a parrot, talking rubbish.
You are here to object. If you don't have solutions, don't say anything.
You don't have anything to say. You've been in the comment section literally constituting a nuisance. And now you've come up here, you've given you the mic and you cannot speak. Keyboard warriors, you can be in the comment section and you can type all the bullshit and the crap you want to type. But we've given you the mic.
Aisha carry on talking. You are just interrupting for no reason. We are following the conversation.
So you get down. If you have nothing to say, can you please get down?
Talking too much.
You can go to hell. Like, what the hell are you doing here? We literally gave you the mic for 10 minutes. Oh, there is sorrow. But to any comment section, everybody.
You are attacking people. Do I have anyone go boo? We'll go attack Bobo in see.
Mr. Ishak, before you continue. Sorry, Mrs. Abefe, please wait. Mr. Ishak, before you continue, what we're talking about is why did Baba, since he suspected the foul play, why did he not make a report at the station that I suspected the foul play? Why is he like trying to get a report to bury instead of reporting what he saw that I saw a pool of blood.
Mercy.
So that is what we're talking about.
What do you mean report to bury? Show what statement about Connie, J-boy.
Mercy,
where is his statement? That is what that guy was asking. Where is it? Have you seen the statement that he wrote that he signed and they never give it to him? Have you seen his report?
Let Mr. Ishak
the reply to that is the statement of Baba. Nígbà tí ọlọ́pàá ò accept and mortuary ò gbà lọ́wọ́ mi, ṣé mo fẹ́ lọ sún jẹ ni? You see, if you reflect deeply into the words of this man and his condition, I don't even want to give ignorance any excuse here. The man was telling you He has told you his mindset, his capacity, and he has also let you realize the fact that he was being frustrated. And the question I want to ask anybody on this platform, if you walk into a police station for a corpse that has already been embalmed, which gives an impression that maybe it was already decaying, and that's what brought up the suspicion of whether he died on Monday or on Tuesday. I don't want to go into that. They have already embalmed him, and the man decided to go to police station and also wanted to proceed to mortuary. You can use police report to bury, but from police station, you also proceeded to mortuary to keep the corpse. If you are denied report by police and you are denied access to mortuary and you don't have a death certificate, what will be your decision? That is just a way to reconcile all this. Thank you.
All this, okay. Thank you so much.
Hold on, Mr. Ishak. They said, the police said to you at that point, okay, the body is decaying already. They've done the embalmment. You expected a situation where everybody is arrested. Maybe it will happen if you had done the right thing when they said to you, take the body to the jurisdiction of which the incident happened and launch a complaint. So which part of that do you think is judicious to your argument?
Well, that's why I said put the Baba in the environment where he found himself. The station that they directed the man to that very night.
He found me, oh, the cross section. Mercy, Baba gbéyàn kan sókè.
Somebody directed Baba to the right station. Baba was not alone.
They were depressed.
Baba even
sorry, sir. Go on.
Know the difference between where he reported and the station they directed him to. There are people with Baba who also had the feeling that this corpse will not be buried. All of them were saying that they begged this man. People who surrounded him at that point, that they directed them back, redirected them to the right station. What was their position? When the man said, let's go to mortuary, Baba, oh, police are right. Let us proceed to this place. It means that Baba felt the promise to give him a report and the fact that another officer came out to say, no, we cannot give you a report. He felt that, no, there is the same thing the wife said. There is a power somewhere on this issue. And that is why I call it frustration. And the man felt the next thing for me to do this night is to find a way to even keep him in the morgue. After then, you can proceed to do other documentation. Because you have options. You can get police report, you can get medical report, just keep him in the morgue. Any other thing can follow. If they have, we can now be blaming him if he decided to take the corpse out of the morgue and bury immediately. But in this case, okay, you are directing the man back to another police station. The police. Can I finish this argument?
Go on, sir. Go ahead.
If the people in the house all gave the impression that they were telling the man not to bury, and they got to police station, and they directed them to the right police station, and Baba is saying, let us go to mortuary. Have you seen in any of their submission where they said, Baba, let us go back to that police station? They all agree because they knew the condition of the corpse at that point in time.
Earlier,
let us put this.
We said things earlier, and we wanted to cut the young people a slack. And I think Supreme was there then, and a few other people said something about they are young people, they don't know what they are doing. So are we trying to say the only adult in the mix of these young people doesn't know what he's doing?
Yeah, he also got overwhelmed and didn't know what to do.
Stop making excuses for wrongdoing. You see, Ishak, I understand. I appreciate your. Let me speak. I appreciate your emotions, and I appreciate all the little fine comb around excuses that you can use to justify a wrongdoing. But when something is wrong, instead of dribbling over it, we need to accept that the guy did wrong. If we accept that he did wrong, then maybe we can move on. But looking for excuses for him, it is just not part of a process. If you're looking for justice, you need to address this issue. And addressing the issue doesn't mean I'm on Wumi camp, I'm on this guy's camp, I'm on that guy camp. He made a wrong move.
IT
It
guy.
doesn't really matter.
IT guy.
Hold on. If the man is tired, they can check into a motel or sleep in the car. But what they're saying to him is, for you to do something just and for you to do it procedurally, you need to go to the jurisdiction. Go back there. You knew where you were coming from, and the people that assisted you knew where the nearest police station is. You will be asking Darosha, Adura, and the rest of them, including Wumi, where is the nearest police station to your area? And that should be the right thing for an adult, Baba, in the midst of all those children to do. So because what is the point of you wanting to bypass the process by going to a morgue when you know that you still need the police report and the morgue will still not allow you the entry without that report they've advised you to go and get?
Okay, IT guy, since you're tweeting to this side of...
Dagata, please let me respond to that. Please, Dagata. Because his submission now is more of disconnecting with the background that I just gave. A police officer was attending to Baba. That police officer did not see anything wrong in Baba coming to that station. Another officer walked out of the station. At that point, the explanation you are making now, you would think Baba in his mind agree that the submission of the officer that walked out was right, or was suspecting that there is another power play, which the man became frustrated on. An officer was already attending to this man. They did not point out the jurisdiction. Then somebody walked out of the police station to say, don't give them that report. And at that point, that's why I said the background is that Baba knew that this guy was being bullied. The wife gave an impression that it is not a natural death. Oh, take him to... Even the frustration from the wife, as if it is beyond scientific proof. Take him to Ekiti, Eloro. So that background, you already give this man an impression that this is beyond the ordinary. The same man walked into a police station, he was being attended to nicely, and all of a sudden somebody came up and said, don't give them that report. Baba at that point in time may not have concluded that the officer that walked out was right on the jurisdiction matter. He felt there's another frustration here again. They are already here before us. And that is why I said, don't let us cut off the background to these issues.
No,
even
sir,
the wife.
So, Mr. Ishak, to buttress what you are saying, sir, when they got to the police station, Baba said Wumi and Darusha was already down. They came down from the car. They've been going in and out of the station. They were there for like 30 minutes before Ina had decided to like drop from the car. You know, like, what is happening? Before Ina went into the police station, they sat him down. They wrote the statement for him, and they made him sign, only for that officer to came and say, no, look, you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, before we get to that spot, sir, what happened from the hospital? Where is the doctor's report that was given to Wumi? Why can you not present that doctor? Hold on, let me finish, please. Let me finish, please.
Where is the doctor's report? You do not have any evidence.
There when they give her a report. Because the way you guys talk,
J-boy, Odabi, Omokemi o roots here. Omokemi country that I'm not. I'm saying what I heard on the internet.
Where was the date? Where was it issued? Give us the date of when it was issued.
Okay, IT guy. So you want to tell me that you have not
just give us a date.
I'm asking you a question now.
Privy to an information.
Why?
Hold on. If a doctor's report was issued,
IT guy,
can you ask Mr. Joseph Aloba or the CTC
when the body was taken to the first hospital?
When was it issued?
When the body was taken to the first hospital, what happened? They said it was a BID, right?
When was it issued?
I'm asking you a question.
Answer question.
Yes,
No,
BID. Yes, BID.
When they got to the first hospital, it was reported BID, right?
Yes.
What was the advice given to them?
When was the report issued? Answer the question. When was the report issued?
Abefe, what was IT guy? Hold on, please. What was the response to them?
They asked to take the body to the morgue. Okay.
Okay. So, what was the body taken to the morgue?
That's not the question. The question is
I am
what
asking you a
death
question now. Was
certificates?
the body taken straight to the morgue?
Lagata, you are talking about a
Oh
doctor's
my God.
a death certificate given to a
Was
mom.
hold
And
on
we are
now?
asking
Was the
you,
body
where
taken
is
to?
it? Who issued the death certificate?
Was the body taken to the morgue?
No, it wasn't. But who issued the death certificates?
Hold on now. Talk and advise for a body to be taken to a morgue. Would they just say it over verbal or a written proof?
Lagata,
No, I just
hospital
want to learn. I'm
will
asking
give
you now. I'm not
no
being sarcastic.
hospital
I'm
will
not being
give you
sarcastic right
a
now.
medical a death certificate if the patient did not die in their care. Lagata, go and Google that.
Hold on, say that again. So if the body did not die in their care, they won't issue any certificate.
They will not. They are binded by. They cannot issue you a death certificate. It was brought in dead. So definitely there's an assumption. He could have died anywhere. He could have died in another hospital. He could have, no hospital will give you, except that he took his last breath while in their care or in their hospital. They cannot give you a medical certificate.
Okay.
And remember, when they went to the first hospital, Kuramed Hospital, they left there and they went to a second hospital with a rush because they did not agree. They thought no, they needed somebody to take him in and at least see him and check him again. And the next hospital also issued a statement. I have their statement here. I can read it. And also remember, the police said a medical certificate was later issued. We can play the police statement of facts now, so you can all hear it. So no death certificate was issued to Naomi at any point in time.
Who later issued the death certificate, Abefe?
So now, what I'm telling you is this. Baba Mohbad took the body, went to the first police station, okay? Wrong jurisdiction.
Before the police station, now we are talking about the hospital first, please.
Lagata, you cannot just jump.
We are starting from hospital first before the police station.
Lagata,
now.
hold on.
I'm
Mr.
not jumping now. Let's just start from the hospital.
You hold on. You want to take us to the hospital? I will go there with you. Hold on. So taking down Mr. Ishak alone because you jumped into the conversation halfway and now you want to take us to the hospital. Now, Mr. Ishak, Eshejare Babami, for you taking your time to explain it to us. Now, Nkata and Sonny Upe, first hospital that this man went to, they told him to go and they told him to go to a different hospital, saying because this incident happened from a different jurisdiction to ours, you have to go back there to make the report, to put an incident report. Now, Baba Mohbad, Lagata, hold on, please. Baba Mohbad.
I'm not the one. Don't mention my name.
You are saying police. You are saying hospital is police. I'm trying to correct you.
Police station. Sorry. Now, Baba Mohbad then took the body to the mortuary. However, when they got to the mortuary, they realized that they cannot admit Mohbad without either a death certificate or a police report. Now, Baba Mohbad, knowing fully well that the death of his son is questionable, could have thought to himself, regardless of whatever the story is, the mortuary are not accepting my son and I need to get an incident report. Gbogbo yẹn ni show padà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa padà lọ sí hospital tó yẹ ká lọ gba kó no tó bá take wa ní 5 hours lẹ́yìn la máa ru ọmọ yìí kiri mo fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó pa ọmọ mi. They would have taken him back to the hospital nearest. Lagata, can I finish? They should have taken him back to the hospital nearest to Mohbad's home, knowing that police report.
You keep saying hospital, police station, so people don't.
Police station, sorry. They should have taken Mohbad back to that police station nearest to Mohbad's home, knowing that police report would have given him a quick admittance into the mortuary. But people cannot be playing that game and be telling us that ìgbà tó gbé lọ sí mortuary tí wọ́n wá gbà ṣé kó wá gbókò ọmọ ẹ̀ kó wá gbé lọ lé ni kó gbé padà lọ sí police station níbi tí àwọn police station àkọ́kọ́ advice ẹ̀ kó lọ kó gbé padà lọ síbẹ̀ kó wá lọ ṣe report yẹn níbẹ̀ kó lọ register incident yẹn kó gba incident report kó gba police report kó dẹ̀ lọ deposit body yẹn ní morgue kó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ investigation before this boy even is buried at all. By now, everything we are saying right now we will not be saying. So that's my standpoint. Lagata, take us back to the hospital. Let's go back to the hospital since that's where you want us to.
Yeah. Tó bá pé BID ni àbí tó bá pé ó ń lọ hospital yẹn.
Tó bá pé ó ń lọ hospital yẹn, wọ́n lè fún ní death certificate. Again, tó bá lọ hospital yẹn, we ọkọ̀ wa confirm lọ hospital pé ẹni ẹ ti kú. They're supposed to give them a small paper.
Okay.
A small paper that, okay, they brought this patient dead. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
In the BID.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just have to, because of police wahala, everybody's wahala, and they are taking it to the mortuary. They will have to give them a written note, a report.
A written report.
Yes.
So what normally be in the report, doctor?
BID.
The name of the patient, everything like that. They are right there, brought in there on examination.
Okay.
No breath sound, no chest movement, eyes is fixed and dilated, assessment, satisfied death, plan, transfer to mortuary, inform relative.
Okay, like how many hours is it for Regomotive to set in a lifeless body?
How many hours does
Regomotive?
Locomotive, I didn't get that one. What do you mean by locomotive?
Not Luco. Regomotive.
Yeah, it just within seconds. When there's no movement, you know that this person is dead. When there's no breathing, when the pulse is no more felt.
Okay.
Within seconds.
Okay. Right. Doctor, then please, sorry, one last thing. So that note that was given by the doctor on arrival of BID is a certificate like to say take this body to the morgue. What would they request for when the body is being taken straight to the morgue?
There's nothing. That's the one they want to see. That you take it to the hospital.
Yeah.
But if you don't take that person to the hospital, you have to go and collect a police report.
Okay.
This person was died at home. Then police will came with you to the morgue and come and certify that okay, hope there's no problem, nobody strangulate him or are you getting me?
Yeah, hope it's not a crime or whatnot.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, Baba. Thank you very much. All right. Anyway, Abefe.
Kí ló wá gbọ́ lẹ́nu doctor?
Hello, so Dr. Bright here. Dapa. That person knows the person I called, actually, the comment section, whoever that person is. They know that voice. Anyway, he said that a note will be written that the body was examined, and he said that they will be written the BID, and obviously that note was to direct them to the mortuary, which exactly what the hospitals told them, right? And this J boy now was saying that that where is how
so
can
your doctor, your pastor, I'm sorry, your doctor is
your
the big one.
Abefe, put a doctor on a call now, like we have just
your doctor. So unfortunately,
put a doctor on a call now from your angle. Call a doctor in Nigeria now. Any doctor in Nigeria.
Unfortunately, I've not lived in Nigeria for more than 20 years, and where I am right now, the time is 11:32 a.m. I mean PM at night. Sorry. So unfortunately, I cannot put a call. However, let me correct something. The reports that would have been given, that would have said,
where is the report, Abefe?
That's the thing. No report was issued. No,
so no report was issued, and they will be advised to take the body to the morgue.
Yes.
So Goku. Because
Lagata shaking play statement of fact ọlọ́pàá fún ẹ. A death certificate was later issued. Shaking play.
I agree.
And your doctor just said that note will now be taken to the mortuary. No, that note will then be taken to the police to go and file an incident report. Then the note and the incident report is.
He mentioned it now for police report. He said it now. What do you mean? He said it. He said it. He said to get police report. But doctor,
I thought, but no, you asked him. You said, "Share report your normal feedback ni elo." Mercy, Joba agbe yan kan sókè, Mr. Ajomski.
Did you hear what your doctor said about rigomotis?
Now your doctor said rigomotis man setting from the second to breath batilo. That's what your doctor said.
Mi ò rí ẹni mi rí Mr.
Ajomski oya bá mi send request ẹjọ. Mercy ti dey on put.
So then send request na that guy dey kilo share na.
Irọ́ mi síbí báyìí.
No, Mercy, not you. Sorry, I'm on the phone. Sorry.
Ajomski ẹjọ bá send request ẹ bá you wan be. Let me share the show to him if he's still here.
I'm not saying it's not even in the view.
He's not here. What's bọ́lá ẹni wọ́n wà ń bí látẹ̀ǹkọ́. Let me send it.
Okay, I come on to send request.
Okay, beautiful. I'll send, all right.
So everybody, good afternoon. Can I have like 5 minutes because I've just got 5 minutes with Lagata.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Lagata, are you listening, please?
I'm in a Zoom meeting right now. I just literally pick up the call now.
So can you spare 5 minutes?
Hello, Tommy. 1 second.
Like, that's actually spare 5 minutes or not. I think it's in a Zoom meeting or something. But
I'm actually, I just want to, whatever are the questions I'm going to ask him will determine whether I will have a continuous discussion with him. So I want him to answer those questions. And that will determine whether, yes, is worth my time wasting and trying to enlighten him about situation.
yeah, like a big story. Only I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting. I was sorry, I am late, I am clinical. Like I got him up, we'll be right back. Check out my door DNA, we'll be right back.
Okay, maybe I'll be on the comment section when it's ready.
No, Ẹ̀gbọ́n Joko, ẹ má bọ́lẹ̀, ẹ má lọ sí comment section. Ẹ kàn ní sùúrù fún, he will be back. Mama, Madam Ibironke.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma.
Yes ma. Mo kàn fẹ́ sáré sọ nǹkan pa nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń sọ pa tó bá gbé body lọ hospital. So the thing is this, tó bá gbé body lọ hospital, particularly in Nigeria, tí body yẹn bá débẹ̀, whether ibẹ̀ ló kú sí, whether kò kú síbẹ̀, whether ó ti ń lu bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, whether wọn ò lu bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, tó bá ti gbé débẹ̀, doctor tó wà ńbẹ̀ máa examine body, á dẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn nǹkan tó ń rí rè, á wá fún wọn ní medical certificate of death ló máa ń pè, á dẹ̀ kọ síbẹ̀ pé orúkọ ẹni yẹn, nǹkan tó ń rí lélẹ̀, observation òun, pupils fixed, eyes dilated, kó admit ẹ̀ sí mortuary, á wá kọ síbẹ̀ cause of death, wọ́n á kọ secondary, primary, á kọ méjèèjì BID, wọ́n á dẹ̀ fi hospital stamp wọn sí. So tó bá ti hospital stamp wọn sí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n wá gbé body yẹn, because the plan is to admit to the mortuary, wọ́n wá gbé lọ sí mortuary. Tó bá ti wá dé mortuary, coroner laws wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, tó bá ti gbé dé mortuary á sọ fún wa pé BID ni body tẹ́ gbé wá yìí o. So nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ máa lọ sí, wọ́n wá mú kí ló ń pè, wọ́n á mú photocopy, ẹ máa mú photocopy yẹn lọ sí police station tó wà ládùúgbò yẹn. For the most part, ká sọ pé for instance, okay, body yẹn kú sí Ìsọlọ̀ hospital tán lò, wọ́n wá gbé body yẹn lọ sí Ìsọlọ̀ general hospital mortuary, wọ́n wá lọ gba kí lorúkọ ẹ̀, police report. So ọlọ́pàá ló máa fún wọn ní police report yẹn, that will be telling the mortuary pé kàn ṣe autopsy lórí body yẹn. And ní Lagos State, autopsy yẹn is free, wọn kì í gbowó fún, and they all know, and that's why nígbà tí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀, I will always blame it on the system. Ká tiẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn tó wà nílé, they didn't know what to do. Nígbà tán gbé dé police station, ẹ̀yin náà tún mọ what to do. Nígbà tó tún gbé dé mortuary, ẹ̀yin náà tún mọ what to do. Nígbà mortuary yẹ kó gbà, there's a coroner law lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, tẹ́ bá ti gba body yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn. So what you now do is tell them, okay, ẹ lọ sọ fún wọn ní Ìsọlọ̀ general hospital, Ìsọlọ̀ police station o, àbí Ìkẹjà ní area G, area F or wherever. Ẹ wá gbà, tó bá ti wá fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n wá dá padà sí mortuary. Then mortuary máa wá sọ pé okay, we have a lot of cases nílẹ̀, but tó bá máa fi di Monday, let's say the body came in on Monday, by Wednesday wọ́n á ti ṣe case, this is the number to call us, so wọ́n wá fún àwọn pathologist yẹn, ṣó ti yẹn mà, they will give them that, okay, wọ́n ti attach police report yẹn, wọ́n attach ẹ̀mọ́ BID, medical certificate of death tán mú wá. So tán bá ti wá ṣe autopsy yẹn tán, if you want the body to be embalmed, wọ́n máa embalm ẹ̀. If you don't want the body to be embalmed, wọ́n ò ní embalm ẹ̀. So wọ́n á ní okay, this body is not going to be embalmed, tó bá ti ṣe tán lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, autopsy is going to be done today, ẹ wá gbé body yẹn, so wọ́n á gbé lọ, wọ́n á lọ sin body yẹn. So tí wọ́n bá ti ṣe autopsy yẹn tán, wọ́n á fún wọn ní death, wọ́n á fún wọn ní medical certificate of death míì tó máa sọ pé nǹkan tó ṣe nìyẹn gangan ni. So with that medical certificate of death, àwọn èèyàn wá mú túmọ̀ lọ sí local government, wọ́n á lọ register, local government á wá fún wọn ní death certificate tó máa ń pè ní National Population Commission ló máa ń issue yẹn, you know, tó máa fi mọ, well, maybe at the end of the day máa fi ń ṣe census and not anyway wọ́n máa fún wọn nìyẹn. So that's just what I wanted to say. Kì í ṣe mọ̀ tó máa gbé lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, whether ó wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí doctor yẹn mọ̀ àbí doctor yẹn ò mọ̀, ó yẹ kí doctor yẹn fún wọn. And that's why I'm still saying that if everybody knew what they should do, you know, we won't get to this point that day. So that's just my own contribution. Now, I'm saying this because I mean I worked in the system and then I did that, you know, for a while before I left Nigeria. So yeah, more the privacy, you know, a lot of it when it comes to, you know, the corona laws they go, you know, and then mortuary and all that. So that's just my contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time to talk to us about that. About enlighten us. We actually do not, we never agree. From the way you sound like you actually know, like